game. And last time, for those who've played this game before, you will recognize this fella, the puzzle key thingy. Behold, the puzzle key. Nah. Excuse me. And we solved one of them. We solved one of the, I guess it's 4? Is it 4 puzzle areas? Or maybe there's 5 of them. There's one here, one in the east floor 1, west floor 1, right there. East floor 2, west floor 2, and I guess not one in the basement that we know about at least. So we solved one of the puzzle areas, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't that one. I think it was this one. Next to the dining room, yeah. I think it was next to the dining room. It was the one with the shapes. Well, they all have shapes, but it's the one with the shapes on the actual door itself. We are right now on... Yeah, here we go. We're on the west floor, too. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually attempt this one next, just because we're here anyway. So that'll have us knock out both of the second floor puzzle door sequences, and then we'll jump down to the first floors and knock those 2 out. I don't know if we need to take care of the puzzle door stuff. It might be optional, or they might be optional, or at least all of them. Like completing all of them might be optional, because the first one gave us a tape. I could go ahead and like plug this into the tape player now and just see what it does for us. I suspect it will, set us down a path, but I don't know like what's the required path. What's the recommended path? So I'm just going to do all 4 of them, and the odd chance that maybe this is a situation where if you do all 4 puzzle sequences, maybe you get like a bonus. Maybe you get something extra for your trouble. Maybe you unlock like a secret that you wouldn't otherwise find. Guess we'll find out. We shall find out. We got our gossip. We got Mr. Aaron. The other Aaron, by the way, we now have 2 Aarons in the chat. I'm getting Aaroned right now. He says, give me that Kerberg. Because right now we have the Kirby that just took damage. Kirby that just took psychological and maybe even emotional damage. And we're going to get the tasty-ass Kirbyberg. Yes, Aaron, it's good to see you, buddy. And Aaron, you'll be happy to know I was telling Japan stories probably 2 minutes ago. Maybe that was what summoned him. Maybe telling Japan stories. Aaron like sat up in his chair. He was like, wait a goddamn second. I can sense Alex is being weird. Well, okay, that's understatement of the century, but Alex is being weird about Japan stuff. Something that I'm always happy to talk about. And any opportunity. And any like passing mention. Yo, what's up? Yeah, Matt. Exactly. Yeah, Matt's like, look, we're getting a lot of errors. Like, is there a draft? There's an error in here. I know, hilarious, right? So here's the next puzzle we're looking at. And this is one of those games where some of these puzzles can be real testicle scratches. All right, these can be really tricky. The last one was, well, partly my fault. I feel like I overcomplicated the last one, because I was kind of running away with a like grand design with the puzzle about like, oh, what do the shapes mean? Because it was like 3 shapes here instead of 3 numbers. I was like, oh, clearly it's building to something big, whereas in reality, it was each shape was its own like little mini puzzle. So I was overcomplicating it. We'll see how this one goes. Every time I'm here, I was always telling stories. That's because I'm always telling stories. That's right. What's up, Jet? Jet, who, of course, Jet lived in Japan for like 6 months. So Jet has both of us beat, Aaron. That's Jet's the reigning champion. Just, I'm also editing the video, so there you go. Because Aaron wore a GoPro for a bunch of the trip and a bunch of the touristy stuff we did. So yeah, he made sure to get a lot of really fun footage of a lot of the cool stuff we got to experience. And he already had like made just kind of like a supercut of a bunch of like the really cool stuff we did. And it was like an hour and a half long. But I know he said he also wants to do more specialized videos about like the Nintendo Museum and the Nintendo Store and the 84 Hachi bar and the amusement parks we went to, like those kinds of things. So I know he said there's a lot he's wanting to work on. And I know it's a lot. I mean, video editing is exhausting work. It's mind-numbing, it's time-consuming, but it can be so worthwhile. By the way, Jet, I was lurking earlier. I love the Castlevania stream you were doing. That Symphony of the Night stream. I love Symphony of the Night. So that was my first Castlevania Metroidvania game. Actually, no, let me think about that. Was that my first Castlevania game that I ever beat? I think it was. I think it was my first Castlevania game I ever beat was Symphony, and that's a good one. It's a real good one. The theme cafe's right, and I mean, we did like 5 of them, so yeah. So yeah, that would do it. Oh, man. It's a good game. It holds up. It holds up. I played it for the first time like 4 or 5 years ago, and I loved the shit out of it. I was like, the whole time I was like, what took me so long? The answer, of course, I never had a PlayStation, but still, I should have found an excuse because it was good. All right, so for the puzzle that is at hand right now, I equals 1 or 1 pip equals 1, or maybe 1 like side equals 1. Maybe that's what that means, or like 1 not vertex necessarily, but like that's best I can figure. A single wall or a single side equals 1. And then we have 5, 3, and 8. Okay, well, let's just do the obvious thing, right? Let's just say, all right, well, give me something that is 5 sides, not a square. That is 4, obviously. This one has 6. Okay, there's 5. Cool. So we got the 5 with the pentagon. Pentagon. Not pentagram. I was going to say pentagram. And then the third one, or the second one rather, triangle. Okay, that's simple enough. 3 sides, no problem. 8 is a little bit trickier. How do we get 8? Because I don't think we have an octahedron. We have a pentagon. We have a triangle. We have a circle, which has either 0 sides or an infinite number of sides, depending on, your life philosophy, I suppose. Actually, this might be the answer. It might be this guy, because that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, technically it's 8 with this kind of ninja star. Yeah, the X has 8. Yeah, exactly. So that's probably the answer. And if that is the answer, not. Okay, it won't turn. I was gonna say, I wouldn't expect it to be quite that simple. And just so we're clear, pentagon, triangle, star. Pentagon, triangle, star. All right, so that's still the same. It's not an 8, it's infinity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, depending on how you slice it, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, like, because there's, like, the sides inside. So, that's a tricky thing. Oh, you're saying the door might be an 8. Oh, you're right. Because of the orientation, you're right. Well, I was saying that depending on your persuasion, a circle might be considered an infinite number. I mean, yeah, really, that is the answer. It is an infinite number of sides. That is like the mathematical answer. So, that was it. That was it. You guys called it. That was exactly it. Yeah. Pyro and Elgasa noticed the same thing at the same time. I tell myself I probably would have like picked up on that. What I was gonna do next, once the ninja star didn't work, is I was gonna look to say, all right, well maybe it's considering like inside sides. Like, okay, there's 3 triangle sides. Oh, but what if there's an inside and outside sides we're counting? So maybe that's technically 6. So maybe I need to try the square. I would have tried like that kind of stuff. I'm also figuring there might eventually come a point in one of these puzzles where you have to consider the opposite side, because you'll notice like there's like a little triangle, like a little arrow thing pointing here. Here is like the active selection that we're talking about right now, because the sides are easy to just visually not sure like which one's front, which one's back. But the fact that the backside is open, the fact that the booty side is exposed, makes me wonder. I'm preparing myself for some kind of puzzle that has us doing something where you're also considering some kind of reverse pattern, some kind of like mirrored pattern. Because yeah, you'll note it's not like the same thing reversed necessarily. So anyway, I don't know. That's just something that's in the back of my mind. This gets us to a couple new areas, not just the obvious thing, which is this corridor, but a whole bunch of other rooms. Some of them might be locked, some of them might not be. None of them will have save points. In fact, there's only 1 save point per floor for the most part. So let's see what awaits us. I'm also going to turn the audio up on my end specifically, because I want to make sure that if there's any bad guys, that they don't surprise me. Where's the camera? Oh, shit. Wrong button. I forgot for a second you can't run. Is he on the ground? He's on the ground, I think. I can't actually see him. The thing is, I don't think I have any more ammo. Oh, I do. I have ammo, but I think I expended like a full clip, basically. I had one more shot left, yeah. So I was thinking after a certain point, I will have to close the distance with melee. That's the downside. Well, maybe not so much downside. That is part of the experience of the survival horror genre, as we all know and love it, is when there's fixed camera angles, you are at the mercy of those camera angles. So if there's a monster placed in a weird spot, get good. We just gotta get good. That's all we can do. And you work with the limitations of what you're given. It's easy to look at that and go, oh, what the fuck, man? Why didn't the camera swivel around to show me? But it's like, bro, survival horror. Like, welcome to the party. This is survival horror. This is how it goes, man. One's locked on the other side. The 2D. 2 Ds, man. That's a lot of Ds. We're still hearing other spooky noises, by the way. Oh, that's right, that's right. So Aaron and Helen, they have a really cool game room in their basement, which has a lot of great stuff. And if anybody is an if there's any Aerosmith super fans in the chat, you might be familiar with Revolution X, which is a Aerosmith themed arcade game. It's like a shoot 'em up light gun arcade game, and they got it super cheap. They got one of those cabinets super cheap many moons ago. And when they, I think it was when you first got it, it was broken. Was that the lore? Get bonked, you idiot. He's dead. Yeah, I can't remember the exact story, but somehow along the way, either when they inherited it or when I guess when they bought it, it was like a certain part of it was broken, or at some point, just because it's old, you know, these things happen, these things deteriorate, and certain parts need to be replaced. And at one point, it wouldn't start up at all. Like, it wouldn't even fire up at all. So it was just kind of sitting there off for a while there. But now they were able to get one component replaced, which helps, but it's not really playable yet. Like, it's functioning and it makes noise, but the visuals are kind of garbled. So they had to send it in or send a component in to get something else fixed. And now that component is coming in hot. And yeah, time for another Halloween party. I'm down. I am down, baby. Yeah, RAM issues. The display was getting silly. Yeah. Yeah, the pixel barf, exactly. It was one of the worst he'd ever seen, but he mangled it back to life. That's impressive. That's impressive. I'm guessing it was just deterioration, because I'll confess, I can't remember who you got it from, but I'm guessing it was... oh, there's the father. Oh, is he injured? Like he... wait, did you lose your arm? Or no, I think it's like... I think his arm is like tucked inside. There's just a lot of blood, which is not good. What happened to this guy? Yeah, some guy in Illinois that you bought it from. So yeah, so I'm guessing in whatever state you bought it from, there was the acknowledgement. Listen, it's a little bit fucky, but he got it fixed up. I know Aaron and Helen, one of their really cool college gets, back when they were in college, they got a used Sega CD that was broken when they bought it. They got it like crazy cheap. But Aaron watched YouTube tutorials, kind of taught himself how to fix it. I think it was just a couple things need to be resoldered, and that was it. And essentially, they got like a Sega CD for like next to nothing. So Aaron's a pretty handy guy. But yeah, this is probably one where it's like, all right, we need to find someone who can actually get this fixed up. Glad the California guy was able to get it properly pieced back together. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass that it was a really unfortunate case.
Father, what happened to you?
That it was so in such bad shape. Arcade boards? No, that's how I feel, man. I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot pole. No fucking way.
You're in shock. We need to take care of your injury before you bleed out.
You gonna talk?
He's lost an arm. I must find
a way
to help him.
All right, so so sure enough, that his arm is indeed gone. I wonder if the guys that we just fought were the dudes that just wounded him. Well, maybe there's something I can give him. Oh, so we found a save point. That's nice. So I don't really have anything in my inventory that would help. I mean, I have 2 hits of morphine, which is a healing item in this game. Taking a page out of Max Payne's book where a painkiller is healing. I mean, a first aid kit would potentially be helpful. I have found those before. That's just a full heal, obviously. I'm not sure if it would regrow an arm necessarily. I also can't help but notice that there was no opportunity where the game would say, like, oh, yes, let's check your inventory. Because sometimes you'll see a thing, you'll have some kind of interaction where the game, like, brings up your menu and you get to, like, choose things. Like, oh, yes, let me use... Here, you want this scalpel? Or, yeah, let me check your heart with a stethoscope. Like, that'll help.
He's lost an arm.
So, yeah, so there's no, like, zoom in that says, let's look at your inventory. So I don't know if we actually do need to find him something, but let's keep moseying. Keep moseying and see what else is out there. By the way, let me just grab one thing real quick. Right. Sorry, I just had to make sure the multi-stream was doing what I wanted it to do. What it was designed to do. Oh, it's a mirror. Oh, okay. It's probably... Oh, it's another, like, reverse zone kind of experience. Well, before I commit to that... Oh, wait. So it's a restroom, but there's, like, there's 2 entrances. That's kind of weird. So it's a public restroom with, I guess, an indoor and an outdoor. I'm not going to go into the mirror just yet. Not going to go into the mirror just yet. I want to explore the rest of this area first before I commit to that. If you've played Silent Hill, especially Silent Hill 1, you know about, like, the nightmare dimension. Like the reverse dimension, the upside down, whatever you want to call it. Where everything's, like, extra fucky and scary and weird. That the light was not playing tricks on you, by the way. That is some dismembered legs just kind of doing some wiggles, some muscle twitchies. Ammo. So I used a decent bit of it in those fights earlier. I mean, I say decent bit. I still have 72 nail gun shots remaining. Also, a decent bit of shotgun ammo. Shoutouts, by the way, to perhaps the most jankety-ass, jury-rigged shotgun I've ever seen in my life. I fucking love this thing. Arcade, technical department supervisor. Oh, damn. That's awesome. Yeah, if there's anybody that could figure it out, it's that guy for sure. Is Revolution X, was it made by Sega? Because I would assume that'd be like Acclaim or Midway or like one of those other kind of 90s arcade cabinet. But I mean, I guess Sega was into arcade cabinets back then. It was Midway. That makes the most sense. Yeah, when I think of like licensed tie-ins, licensed tie-in arcade games, I think of, yeah, Midway, yeah, Midway and Acclaim, I guess, are the 2 big ones that jump to mind. So that makes the most sense. But Sega had a lot. Yeah, they had a lot. As we saw in Japan, they still have a lot, which is pretty impressive. They still have a whole bunch of arcade machines that they maintain and continue to produce. Ooh, I wonder if that's something... Oh, actually, that might be a weapon for us. But not now, because I can't get to it right now. But eventually. Let me in! Let me in! Alright, so there's nothing else here in this room right now. This room is very cool, but nothing for us other than a little bit of ammo. Boom. This is room 2A. And I guess the other door that would lead out of here is on that other side. So that was the one we came in through. I was thinking maybe there was another door out of here. But yeah, I think it's out. I think it's beyond these walls. Now, why they would have like jail style cell doors, like cell walls in this intensive care unit? I mean, intensive care could mean psychological intensive care. So, I mean, this hospital would have been constructed in like the 50s or 60s, I think. Maybe 70s. But yeah, so it's been a minute. The game itself takes place in the 90s. You doing all right over there, buddy? Keep looking for stuff. So you know, that being considered, or that being the case, I kind of understand why that might be how that was constructed that way. Outrun's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. When it comes to like arcade classics, Sega arcade classics. Half a body's lying under the sheet, or half of an unbody, half of a nobody, if you're a glass half empty kind of chap. Half the body, yes. Well, so all I gotta do is find an unused arm, a leftover arm that is remaining in one of these half bodies, take the arm over to Father, and we're good to go. It's that simple. Actually, I don't think it's that simple, but imagine if it was. Oh, alright, there we go. Not touching any of that. I mean, I apparently was joking, but no, I think that's exactly something we'll eventually be getting into. A freezer full of arms and legs, hands and feet, all kinds of weird shit. Yep, all on ice. At least they kept it on ice. They're being responsible. Being responsible about it, or as responsible as one can be, I suppose. That's how we entered. Anything in the middle here? Some parts with medicines, all that jazz. Nothing otherwise. I think this is pretty much the game's way of saying, oh yeah, there's really nothing in this realm that will help you right now. Gotta get your ass into the nightmare dimension zone. Interesting shadow effect. Is that a glitch? Is that just the game being, like, clever in the shadows being cast? Why is this shadow a fucking giant? An absolute giant version of myself. That seems like I'm trying to imagine the physics that would lead to a shadow that big being cast from that angle, and I'm just not seeing it. It's a little distracting. A little distracting. I mean, I'm not gonna claim my immersion, but yeah, that's like that's really out there. That's real good. Heard something. Entering a room for the first time is sometimes an exercise in getting ready for a fight. Getting ready to fuck some shit up. I don't see any bad guys. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We're by ourselves. Got some more, like, test dummies with anatomical little organ arrangements. We can rearrange their insides. Tormented shadow. That's right. Yeah, the shadow was tormenting me. All right. All right. What do we got here? Peculiar shape. Sure enough. Should I just start pressing buttons with zero hesitation? A judge's block. We call it a chopping block. A nice loud click. Satisfying click noises. Well, surely something needs to be plugged in here. And also plugged in here. I'm assuming there's some kind of selection process of seeing and speaking and hearing some presence of evil. Or being headless. Which I guess is the only way to... Being decapitated is the only way to purge yourself of evil. According to this game. Nothing unusual. I mean, there's a lot of like background elements in this game. A lot of set pieces, a lot of things that are just there for show. So it's interesting how, you know, all the things we're looking at, these crash test dummies, the small baby doll, the old-timey radios, the toilets, the TVs, the medicine, the equipment, all the things here. And the one thing in the room that we're allowed to inspect and say nothing unusual is the file cabinet. Like, that's the one thing that warrants some amount of scrutiny. By the way, this is a medical triangle. You all know about, like, the triangle instrument, like the ding-a-ling-ling-ling, the thing that, like, in country westerns they ring when it's dinner time. This is a medical triangle. So they have these hanging on the sides of old-timey medical beds like this. That way, if somebody's recovering from an injury, they're feeling sad, right? If they're sad because they're recovering from an injury, they're sitting in bed all day, they're not feeling good, their mood is rather dour. So what do? You give them something to build up their confidence. You teach them how to play a very simple musical instrument, such as the noble triangle, hanging on their bed so they can reach it easily. It makes a pleasant musical noise that other not roommates, but I don't know. I guess roommate is the right word for it, right? Like other people that are in hospital beds nearby, you're serenading them with musical tunes, and as we all know, music soothes the savage beast, but maybe it heals the injured beast. So that's what that is. That's what that is, and it's definitely not just a handle for like pulling yourself up when you need to sit up in bed. No, that's not it at all. It's definitely a therapeutic musical triangle, and I'll accept no other explanation. That's the deal. What's up, Grinch? Baby Doll. Yo, that guy's awesome. I haven't actually heard from Baby Doll in a while. He popped into the stream probably about a month or so ago. And I know he said he's been super busy with work stuff. I think he had a pretty big move that happened not too long ago as well. So he's been busy. But I told him that I selfishly miss the Baby Doll streams, and I hope he's doing well. Him and Jen, because he's a they're good peeps. They're good peeps. And I had a lot of fun playing the what was it? It wasn't Payday, but it was a Payday inspired game. Playing those games with that group was very fun. That's a good group. We've done what we can here. Let's go ahead and go into the... Let's see, was it this one or was it the other one? I'm trying to remember which one was the bathroom. This isn't a beach. This is a bathroom. This is a bathtub. This is a bathroom. Over this way. So we can enter the mirror. Got the triangle lore, baby. That's how we do it. Oh, I thought I just, like, walked into it. I could light this candle. You could light this candle. Well. Alright. Yeah, let's go and light the candle. I have to be particular about which ones I light. We got 2 here. If that's significant in some way. There as well. Okay. Now we done did it. So, now I think the portal is active. I don't think that did anything in this room, per se. Here, let me double check. If I leave... Are we still in the same area? This door is still closed. That's still there. Yeah, okay. So... Portal. The portal is next. This is our first time going into the Nightmare Zone in a long time. We've only had one previous entry point into the Nightmare Zone, and it was a very brief one because we could only go into, like, one room and grab, like, one thing, and that was as far as we can go. Maybe this one will be a little bit more involved. Appropriate that this hospital public restroom is adjacent to a nightmare sewer. Meat grinder zone, nightmare dimension sewer. It's very dark. The problem is that if we find any bad guys, we won't be able to fight them, presumably, because it's so dark. It's so dark. If I try to equip my weapon, see the static that starts to form? If you let that sit for too long, you'll just auto-die. You'll just get got. And don't get got. Don't get got. That's my advice to you. If you're about to get got, don't. Don't get got. So, we have to, like, try to find some form of light source if we have any hope of actually fighting things. Well, a light source that can, like, stay lit while we fight. And, yes, you're thinking, well, Alex, can't you just hold the lighter with one hand and use the nail gun with the other? Or, if there's any people who are familiar with how the female body works, I'm an expert on the female body. Some women are equipped with boob, maybe even boobs, per chance. What if you just pop the lighter, just right down between real quick, just real quick, just like for like a few seconds, and that gives you time to, you know, take the shot to the bad guy. It doesn't have to be for long, or just set it on a bookshelf for like 2 seconds. I don't know. There's all these options, but it is a limitation we have to deal with. Lock from the other side. So triangle lore and lighter boobs. That's what we're all about here, apparently. I have a good feeling about this. Oh yeah, but yeah, that doesn't warrant further investigation. We don't get to look at this and comment on that. Nope, that's just fucking there. Ampleness of boob. Why, thank you, Mallory. I try. Oh, you were talking about the protagonist, but I'll assume you were talking about me. Ampleness, that's what we're calling it. Alright, so here is the Nightmare Dimension version of the father. And he is sad, because he is without arm. However, I know what you want. Oh, nice camera. Cameras get a little confused there as I was kind of like, yeah, running against this wall here. I know what you need, homeboy. I got you, BB. There's no way I'm looking inside. I can't say I blame her. I don't know if I'd be that enthused as well. Now, the question, though, is... Was it in this room? No, it was in the other room. It was the other room that had the freezer full of extra hands and legs and arms and feet. So let's see if we can find that room. Are we ambidextrous? I like to think we can get around. So let it be known, we can look at the map. But the map won't do us a whole lot of good necessarily. I mean, some of it might sort of be a one-to-one relationship with the rooms that are in the regular zone. It's possible. The thing is, I didn't think to note which room had the extra arms and legs. Noise and noise. I like how the posters persist between the different dimensions, between Nightmare Zone and regular zone. The posters, of all things, are normal. The doors, the walls, the ceilings, the stuff on the walls. I mean, the toilets persist. The horrors persist, and so do I. The toilets persist, and so do I. Everything else, though, is completely different, except for this other stuff here. Alright, so here's a bunch of arms and legs. Rope is preventing the blade from dropping. Well, I have a scalpel for cutting said rope. So I want to behead this fella who's got the thingy in his mouth. Oh, they said, yeah, they even had like the headless monkey because it's like a gorilla monkey fella. Metallic cylinder. It is imperative that the cylinder remains unharmed. Can't you just cut the cylinder? Just cut the cylinder to like free yourself. It is imperative the cylinder remains unharmed. The cylinder is of utmost value. Just go to the hospital, bro. It's just a cylinder. It's just a very valuable cylinder. That's all it is. That's all it is. Before I commit to that, by the way, I think we have what it takes to cut that rope. But before we commit to it, I want to look around a little bit more. There's a very real possibility that what's going to happen is we're going to cut that rope and that will like spawn some bad guys. It's that kind of game, right? Where like you do the thing and cool, you got the item, but like you hear a noise from afar and you're like, oh shit, now I got to deal with this. So I'm going to like grab stuff before potentially more bad guys. Oh, I'm just walking around on toilets. On turlets. I'm just walking around on turlets. I think these are like squatty potties. Y'all know about like the fucking squatty potties with the squat? I think the gentleman's term is the Slavic squat. We got in here. See, I don't really recognize this room. Hammer with a wooden handle. Do I take it? I did take it. Oh, but it's not a melee weapon. That being said, it would probably be a less effective melee weapon than our crowbar. Well, if nothing else, if we need to apply anesthesia, if we need to anesthetize the father, just fucking bang him in the hammer. In the head with the hammer, that is. And, that'll do the trick. So we got that door and this'n. Squatty potties? Oh, well, actually, that's a fair point, too. There's the actual squatty potty, right? There's, like, the product known as the squatty potty. When I say squatty potty, I mean, well, it's like the kind of toilet where, yeah, like, there's not, like, a toilet. It's just, you just squat over. There's, like, it's a hole in the floor, right? It's a hole in the floor. You just squat over it. We saw them in Japan. Take another drink. Take another drink. I mentioned Japan. We saw them in Japan, and all of us were too afraid. All of us were too afraid to try it, so we were like, we're just gonna use the regular restroom, thank you. It's... Oh, shit. Let's see, can I apply... Looking to see it. Yes, there's torch. There's candles. Same thing. Ouch. Ah, the loudest fucking noise in the world. Who could forget? Heal. I'm not fucking around with this guy. I'm using the shotgun on this motherfucker. Because we have a very claustrophobic area. Because I can't stray very far is the problem. Bonk. Bonk. Get bonked. Yeah, we can't stray very far because, again, we're limited on the light radius of the candles. And look at this. Even if I go, like, just this far, yeah, we enter the darkness and it's scary. I'm not even fucking with this. Yeah, I'm not even fucking with it. I'm just like, I'm gonna go ahead and use the thing. Use the the lighter. Because you saw what that what that looks like. And also, just to properly demonstrate, even if you're like, oh, well, it's dark, but I just want to get one quick hit in. You can't even aim your weapon in the darkness. Like, here it's okay. But yeah, it says, I can't do it. I can't do it. The darkness is approaching. Can't fucking do it. So anyway, that's why I work so hard to, like, try to be mindful of that, because the game kind of forces you to be. We got Ryan in the house. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, he knows about the squatty potty as well. It's called the river. I've actually never heard that term before. Yeah, we were all too afraid to try it, man. We got Meerkat. What's up, buddy? He says, meowdy. Good to see you, buddy. Various medicines. Various medicines. My favorite brand. The least they could do... A human face has been stretched onto this frame. The least they could do if you're, like, framing human faces all stretched out and fucky like that, at least make them smile. At least make them happy. Just pretend. It's the common courtesy. Curious choice of decor they have here. Body hanging by a makeshift noose. Yep, pretty fucked up. Yep, very good, very good. Yep. So, it's a happy little place we're in here right now. D&D went well, very nice. God of Nightmares, very good. Actually sounds pretty sick. He was an evil man. That's actually pretty dope. I know you said last time, Meerkat, your last session was, like, really, really sweet, and that your players were loving it, and they were also traumatized a little bit by it. Hammer? Is it hammer time? Actually, crowbar would make the most sense. Like a very literal use of a crowbar. Really? You're gonna sit here with your ass and tell me that you're not gonna use a crowbar to open a treasure chest? You're gonna sit there with your full penis, your both balls in your hand. All right, here I'll use the stethoscope. Do I listen? I need to listen and like ask how it's feeling. Do I carve it open with the scalpel? You're gonna sit here with your whole ass out and tell me that you're not gonna use the crowbar. Hammer, alright, I get it. But look, I can even see where you like, just put it, just get it, just Jimmy Jack it in there, just get it in there. You're gonna sit there, my bro, my guy, my brother in Christ. Okay, well, I'll keep schmozieing. It's actually nice there's a second bit of torches. That's helpful. Maybe the father will give us something. Maybe it's locked with a key. You know, there's all kinds of potential explanations. Killed the guy that was over there. Is there like a ladder leading down? I don't think so. Now we're back here. And I think we've completed the lap. So let's go back this way. Is there anything else before we commit to this? I'm gonna go out this way and explore around a little bit more. But I think... yeah, because there's that area. There's that one. Is it blood now? That's pouring down. Looks like it's blood. Or it's red sewage. It looks very much like blood. Earlier it was like green sewage water. Now it's red sewage water. It's like Christmas. There's a shortcut here that's not available. Alright, we have only one thing left to do. We're gonna decapitate the monkey. No, that's not a euphemism, but it sounds like it ought to be. Actually, I'm in the wrong room. It's this one over here. You gotta go like... yeah, like kind of give him a little... I think you're probably onto something, Ryan. The kitchen... that's right, the kitchen of nightmares. That's what it was, yeah. Yeah. That was it. This is Beauty and the Beast, but they want to kill you. Honestly, you're not wrong. Well, appropriate, because we're about to kill this beast. There we go. Cut it. Boing. Alright, so we got this guy. Take this back to the standard zone in the normal dimension. See what this thing's all about. Have a good night, Mallory. Thank you again for that raid, Mallory. Really appreciate that. Also, I like how Meerkat calling her Lori. That's adorable. Parchment scroll and a decorative metal casing. Do I get to open it? Do I get to bang it open with the hammer? Combine. Cannot be combined. Of course. Can I... what about this? What if I break the VHS tape with the hammer? No, I can't do it. Alright. Nothing else to do here. And I think that's true, really, of everything here. As far as that treasure chest, yeah, there's got to be something in this with this parchment scroll that's important. Let's go back to the main area, the main dimension, and see what the happity haps are. I suspect something will reveal itself as being an option. Can I just give you the hammer? What if I just attach the hammer as an arm? So he has something. I mean, listen, being with only one arm is a bummer, but what about having one arm, one regular arm, and a hammer arm? That'd be kind of sick. Or a knife arm. I'm just saying. Actually, what you really want, bro, is a motherfucking like shotgun arm. Actually, I don't think I'm allowed to. No, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Yeah, I can't use any of these. What if I just apply morphine to your arm? Will that grow it back? Yeah. If I use a lighter arm, no, not gonna do it. I'm telling you, shotgun arm. Consider it, all right? Consider the shotgun arm. You might come around to it. Just sleep on it. Sleep on it. We'll talk. Thank you again, Mallory, for that raid. Yeah, Lori for short. Well, don't call her Valerie. Don't call her Valerie, at least. But calling her Lori, all right, well, that's less horrible. I can call her that. My sister's name is Lori, but it's spelled differently. It is spelled differently. It's Lori with a B. No. My name's Micah with a B. There's a B? Going back this way. Internet's being a little silly. They autocorrected? That's rude. What's the thing in this room? No, it's not in this room. This chest here? No, it's not. I got excited. Back this way. To this door. The guy's still probably hanging out. Still hanging out. Doing his thing. So then I go back. Was it... Because this one is still locked? Or it's open now. This one was locked. No, I'm full of shit. Oh, yeah, okay. It was locked, but I unlocked it. Right, that's not special. Well, I'm special, but not in that sense. All right, so what do I do here? Also, are there any things I could light? Guess not. I guess I would have lit them already. Yep. It's not lit, fam. I plug this guy in. And then... I, like, turn the thingy, turn the crank. I can pick it back up. It's interesting. Get the hammer or something. Doesn't fit. Oh, it's like a gavel. Okay. Okay. So... guess that... So it randomizes it or it rolls it? So you can bang the block. We have normal monkey. Yeah. C. And then normal and then C. Yeah. Well, alright, I'll bite. Okay. That's to start moving them down. Okay. So... think about this. Judge's block. Is there anything special about this apparatus? It almost looks like something plugs in. I apologize. I know it's obnoxiously loud. I'm actually gonna turn that down. On OBS, because no, that's louder than it ought to be. A little bit. That's a little better. The obvious thing is to say one of each. Oh, well. I was thinking there'd be one where he's covering his eyes. Oh, we're covering his mouth, rather. The headless one is so morbid. I mean, we decapitated the guy, so we did that part. The one where he's just sitting there normally. Unless, like, covering his stomach is a, like eat, consume no evil. That's best I can figure. What's this guy? So, we got this from the Nightmare Dimension. And yeah, I'm assuming we're yeah, like, and when we first happened upon this puzzle piece, this puzzle thingy, this was here, and the shape has been left open for it. I'm just assuming we put this here, and we're to do something that will open it. To do something that will open it. Whoop. Oh, you mean like when we like when we do that kind of menu interaction? And I can bang the gavel with the hammer. Can I bang anything else with the hammer? I can bang the buttons with the hammer, but I can bang the gavel. And I think it's random. I think it randomizes. Although maybe it wasn't. Because I think this was pretty similar to what it was. I don't think it was the two back-to-back. I think it was two normal guys and one Speak No Evil. So maybe that's more than just a coincidence. I cannot combine. Anything else with the hammer? No, it's plain as hammer. So this is still not opening, obviously. Yeah, if I just change a few of them. Then bang the gavel again. Is it going to reset to that same pattern every time? No, okay, so I guess it just randomizes it, basically. What we need, I'm assuming, is a very particular pattern that will open up this guy somehow. The only thing in the nightmare dimension that I saw that caught my eye was that treasure chest. Or maybe not treasure, but that chest. And the chest seemed so obvious. Oh, we just used the crowbar to open it, but there was no interaction point with the crowbar or the hammer. I'm guessing there's like a key that it needs or something, like a key to unlock it. Crowbar makes the most sense to me, but fuck do I know, right? We, of course, decapitated the monkey statue to get this thing. So, decapitated monkey statue to acquire the cylinder probably has some bearing here, but I don't know what else there could be. We know that the doctor is in a state of shock right now. He's not talking right now because he's badly wounded. So I could maybe see where maybe one of the monkeys, I'm not sure if it needs to be a particular one, but one of them would be, you know, not speaking no evil. Maybe we say because we decapitated one of the monkeys. Or the monkey statue, rather. Maybe that one gets that guy. And to me, it makes the most sense. The last one should be, like, relatively normal. But I don't know. I don't have, like, an obvious parallel that I can, like, look to for this. The tricky thing is that I think we've explored all the areas in this little nook. We checked the bathroom, we checked the little closet area, room 2C, and we checked those as well. And I think we've done all we could in the nightmare zone as well. I could do another double check just to be sure. Especially now that I've like started fucking with this thing. If maybe that monkey statue thing is different somehow, we could see. But thank you, Pyro, for hanging out with us. I appreciate you popping in, bud. Thank you again to all who came in from Mallory's raid. That was really sweet of her. Mallory's a cool homie, a fellow variety enjoyer, and a overall good, cool person. Good, cool, one of those good human beings. One of those cool human beings. Some of those human beings, they can be a little weird. All right, they can be a little sus, but she's one of the good ones. And of that, you have my utmost guarantee.
He's lost an arm.
Right, yeah, so he's still in shock. Not talking. Yeah, let me double check that nightmare zone. Maybe there was something else I missed, but I feel like I was pretty comprehensive. The other possibility with all this, it's entirely possible, because you can do, or you can attempt at least, any of those puzzle doors in any order. It's entirely possible. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do this one next. Maybe I should have started with one of these two. Maybe one of these puzzle door experiences will give me something that will help with what we're trying right now. Entirely possible. Yeah, what I will do, however, is... Right, so we're in the bathroom area. We can go forward or backwards. Yeah, 2B and 2A. Yeah, this is indeed the bathroom. This one's locked. Okay, so oh, wait, no, it was not locked. Oh, wait. I think it was locked, but now it's not. Oh, never mind. No, I've been here before. Yeah, we can't open this, or we're not. We're choosing not to open it. Here's this guy. I have nothing for you yet. Yeah, I thought one of those doors was locked from the other side. Is that the other one? This one? That one's locked from the other side. Okay. The one that has the doctor in some way, shape, or form. Guess I don't know which one it is, because these aren't labeled in the Nightmare Zone. Since this is where we first enter. Alright, so yeah. So I think it's 2A is the one that's locked in the Nightmare Zone. Yeah, can't do much about that. Can't do much about that here. We would need to come back around. Actually, hold on. There is a second door. Not that way. Like, the hallways don't always match up is the thing. They don't always sync up. I already tried this, but I'll take a quick look. A little looky look. Intensive care corridor. Because, yeah, this was like an open, traversable space earlier. Now it is not. Or in the normal dimension. That doesn't help us. And then this is closed. Yeah, and I think that's like... That to me tells me there's like a shortcut or some other path. Yeah, we just don't have access to right now. So yeah, we are kind of limited in all the places we can go in the Nightmare Zone. I'll check that little guillotine area, see if there's something else that I didn't notice. Or that maybe is different now that we've like started dabbling. Nothing else to do here, she says. Yeah, it's entirely possible it might not have even been a statue. I mean, it looks like a statue, but then you look at like the hands back here, it's like, ooh, it looks like it might have been an actual creature. It didn't make a noise, so unsure. Yeah, all we really can say is yes, we've decapitated one of the, some kind of monkey statue. Not sure what else to make of it is the thing. So, yeah, was there anything else here? Here, I'll do what I did earlier. I'll kind of do the same loop. Oh, except I can't open this door? Huh. Weird. Was I always unable to open that door? Maybe I was. Maybe I was, and I just forgot about it. Open this one, though. What's up, Farsight? Is it a medieval Jorkin contraption? I would not recommend Jorkin the guillotine. A Jorculator? The Jorculator 9000 might be less about like penile enjoyment and more about a very enthusiastic circumcision. Hit the alt tabs. No, I mean, you're welcome to you know, partake as well if you wanted to, Agasso, but by no means do you have to. I will never put the onus on the chat to be like, you guys better help me or else I'm gonna get angry. We have a lot of other things to investigate, so I suspect the answer might be elsewhere. Like there's probably more that we've yet to see or yet to acquire that will help with this puzzle. It's just if it's not the penis Jorculator 9000, then why even bother? I don't know. Am I just old? Oh! I can't believe it. I can't believe I did that. Don't tell anybody, alright? Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anyone this fucking thing was open the whole time. And you just had to, like, click the thingy. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. This will ruin me. This will ruin me. If anyone finds out that I'm not a pro gamer... If no one... Alright, no one can find out I'm not a pro gamer, alright? If this gets out... If this gets out... It's the end of old Alex as you know him. Whew, it's a good thing there's no evidence. Good thing there's no evidence. Good thing there was nobody watching the stream Saw my moment. Oh, dear fucking God. That startled the shit out of me. Well, alright, well, I can't go that way then. Motherfucker just slashed my ass like that. That was rude. And I can't use my weapons to get his ass, so I gotta go around. This is strange because... Oh, here we go. This is open now. Okay. Was this door always here? And I just never went through it? Damn. Either it was always here, or it was, like, for some reason closed previously. Oh, we came in through that door. Oh, shit. So that probably was always available, and I just never noticed it. Alright, so we would need to find the way to, like turn the power on or something. Be able to get past that guy. So I just can't get past him right now. As, again, we have no, like, means of using our weapons in the dark. And we're very much in the dark right now. So... go to the fella and attach a little arm to him and make him nice and happy. The jorculators, we found them. That's right. That's right. Jorculator is a good word. That's a good word. Excuse me. Have I tried wearing the lock as a nipple piercing? I don't have any piercings in my body. I can only imagine like a pad like that, like a heavy ass padlock like that. Oh, I'm like, it's like things are sagging painfully just thinking about it. Also, let it be known, you can diddle the numbers. So, the fact that this is still in our inventory makes me wonder if it'll come up again at some point. Alright, buddy. I got great news for you, homie. Never looked better. Here, let me, like, ding that in place for you, homie. I'm going like, bink, bink, bunk, 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 bunk. Let me check your reflexes. And then I, like, hit the thing on his knee, and then he, like, fucking kicks me in the nuts. And then I arm him with a gun. Alright, yeah, alright. I just give him a knife. Yeah, take the knife. Yeah, take the knife and stab someone if they try to steal this arm from you. Someone tries to steal your arm back, you shank that motherfucker. Bro! How many times do I have to tell you? How many times do I have to tell you, bro? You gotta squeeze it in. Is the arm rejecting the body? There's still a space. Oh, am I right? Do I really use the hammer? Doesn't fit. There's still a space. Do I use the knife to cut the space or something? That doesn't make sense. Do I use the stethoscope to listen? Like, listen. What if I place it on his penis? Will that make him feel better? Comes to life and kicks your ass? Yeah, I mean, I can't say I would blame him. Crowbar? It's fucking... These are all things to open something, not to close them, or to seal them. Yeah, not the pocket watch. It'd be funny if it was the padlock somehow. If that was gonna come back in being useful in some way. I'm not so sure that it is. Is it possible that there's another arm? Like a different arm, and I grabbed the wrong one? I only saw one that was grabbable. Blunk. Use the nail gun. I'll try anything. I'll try anything once. The thing is, I don't think there's a use prompt for the nail gun. That's why I didn't consider it. Yeah, there's examine. There's combine. But there's not like a use prompt like there is with the lighter and the crowbar, like that kind of thing. I don't know if it lets me combine across menu tabs. If I say combine... Yeah. Can combine across menu tabs. Can I, like, just hammer it? Can I pick... Yeah. Can I, like, carve something with the scalpel? No, I can't do it. Yeah. So I think... Sure enough, I think there's still something we don't have. Yeah, let me see if there was just something I didn't catch. It's happened before, like how I didn't catch you could just fucking click the open button and it would just open up. I can't believe I did. For some reason, I thought I'd already tried that, but clearly I hadn't. Clearly I had missed something. Like a doofus. There's this room here. Yeah, so there's nothing else in there, so it's not a matter of, like, just sourcing something else. And all these guys are still dead and hanging very uncomfortably. Just looks uncomfortable. And they're all dead. Well, maybe. Maybe they're dead. Hopefully they're dead. Yeah. Now, I think we leave the nightmare zone for now. We kind of put a pin on all this and continue with the other puzzle doors and see if we get something that helps us continue with some of these sequences. As I suspect there's just stuff we don't have. Come back to this in a little bit. There's this one here. Yeah, sorry, mannequin friend. I try to get you squared away. If the arm is rejecting the body, or the body's rejecting the arm, find some other means to, like, bandage things up, or like, stick them together in some way. Right, back to the normal zone. I'll grab one thing real quick. Okay. Alright, so we could check in with the father to see if he was like, oh, hey, I felt an arm attached to my body temporarily, and then fall off afterwards. Like, what the hell was that? I suspect he'll have no response,
He's lost
though.
an arm.
Yeah, still no response from him. He's still breathing, so something. And, yeah, we were kind of, like, putzing around with some of these other rooms. Was there anything else? Yeah, this room's still the same. This thing, yeah, this puzzle is still... Well, it's a little puzzling. I'll go and take this with me, I guess. Can't really see myself. Yeah, do I plug the arm in somewhere? Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I'll keep it on me. It's pretty clear to me that the parchment scroll is used somehow. I just don't know if we have information for the monkey cubes, the monkey blocks. There probably isn't. It's probably one of those where it's not just that you have to have the right monkeys in the right places, but I bet there's a reason for their ordering. So, I'm not sure what that's gonna entail. I'll keep the cylinder with me. The other bathroom. And there's presumably one fewer arm in there. Design touching that. It's a shame all these medical supplies. Yeah, maybe the idea is like bandages. Bandages seems like the most sensible thing you would need to, like, attach a mannequin thing, or duct tape, just some kind of adhesive. And we're in a hospital, you'd think, sure, there's probably something that would fit the bill, and yet. Of course, this area is off limits for now. There's a door there we just can't quite reach. Floor's all fuckled and buckled and shuckled. This came from that area. And that door is just off limits right now. Just can't quite reach it. Back to that area. Looked up the answer. Okay, cool. Thank you, Agasso. Yeah, when we like spill the beans or like dispense the knowledge. I guess I would be curious. Is the expectation that we have everything we need to solve the puzzle? Or am I correct in assuming the expectation is we probably need to do other stuff and then come back to that one later? Because there's still 2 other puzzle doors to try, to solve, even. In fact, speaking of which, I'm going to go and write this thing down. I'm actually going to go ahead and... Okay, this might be controversial. I'm going to go ahead and set the audio back to how it was. And if you would rather we leave it nice and quiet, like quieter like it was, we could. I know some things in this game are like ball-bustingly loud. And then other things are fairly quiet. Yeah. Not gonna look up the, yeah. The scroll now. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's good to know. That's good to know. All right, I'll keep exploring for now. Yeah. Yeah. No, and I wouldn't expect you to look through the whole walkthrough. It was one of those, like, you know, if a walkthrough is really considerate, it'll say, like, it won't just say do this. It'll say, oh, remember when you saw the statue in the other room in that other part of the hospital? That's why this is here. Like, there'd be, if it would give some kind of explanation. But yeah, there's definitely no need to, like, deep dive through that shit. That'd be mind numbing to read through all that shit, because it's not as short of a game as I thought it was gonna be at first. I'm gonna try this one next. By the way, we got one-legged duck. He says duct tape. Yes, D-U-C-K tape, made with real duck feathers. All right, so with this puzzle area, with this puzzle door, we have a little Tetris-y thing. Except it's not Tetris, because tetra, the prefix tetra means 4. This is like Threatrix? Threatrix. That's Tetrix, but with a threatening aura. Tritrix? I'm not sure what it would be, but anyway, with 3 blocks, and alright, so except this one does have 4, so never mind, that analogy falls apart. Anyway, there's some interesting little signs here. I think it's like this fits into this spot, so what shapes fit into these spots? So let's look at that first one. So what shape would fit in to that first spot, or has a shape that could fit into that spot? Not a triangle, not a circle, not a ninja star. A square would work. Square would work, absolutely. I bet a ninja star is that last one. Go ahead and set that for the last one. Oh, it's already set. All right. And then for that second one, could it be a triangle? Maybe? If not a triangle, I'll try the triangle. I'll try it. Oh, that was it. All right, cool. Yeah. I gotta say, I did a weird thing where I guess I picked the hardest one first, or it was the hardest one to me, at least. The other ones after that have been a lot easier, for sure. The jade door handle, that is pretty cool. Good prob if you're figured out. That is helpful. That is very helpful. I do appreciate that, looking that up and making sure that it's not like some very elaborate fucky-wucky situation. What's this for? Good question. I will go ahead and make a note. Go ahead and make a note. Making a note here. Huge success. So this is one of those games, rather, where the puzzles sometimes require you to take some notes. Well, maybe not required, but it's a good idea. Recommended. Recommended to take notes. Alright, so we'll say square with cross dot in the middle equals 2. Square with cross equals 3. Oh, but also, there's a few other things too. There's like a little circle in the bottom left. And a dot in bottom left equals 3, yeah. With dot in the middle, yeah. So dot in the middle on the top, dot in the bottom left is 3. Okay, cool. Got it noted. That written down. How that will come into play, we shall soon, maybe, find out. Shotgun ammo. Never gonna say no to more shotgun ammo. Yes, please. Not sure why there's shotgun ammo just lying around in this archives, this dilapidated archives. Look how sad that bookshelf is. It's very sad. Nothing else really... Oh, no, there's one little area. The save point, very nice. Or save use, rather. And a typewriter. Now, of course, Resident Evil used typewriters. Like, at least the original games used typewriters as their save points. Oh, sorry, I realized that was the wrong way. Wrong door. This one. What's in this one? This is the main hall. Oh, now I'm behind here. Right, so just so I'm clear, we could have just, like, climbed over the counter. No one was gonna, like, tell us no. No one's gonna be like, hey, that's not allowed. We could have just climbed over, like, bro. Would have made everything easier, but alright. Oh, we got a maintenance crew log bookie. New receptionist. No matter how hard he tries, he cannot unlock the cash register. Oh, and there's 4 of them? Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. So the only one who can do it is Dr. Sean Meyer. He's been missing for a while. Check the personal belongings. Couldn't find anything more than a piece of paper under his desk. Someone erased all traces of him. All right. I don't need to write this down because we take this with us. We can just access this at any time. And the maintenance log report. The 3rd entry. Wonder if it's like the number of moves. The number of, like, movements to get the dot moved somewhere. Like, maybe that's, like, what that means. Anyway. Something to note. There's the cash register. And never mind. It truly is just cash register situations. Get something open. If I had to guess. 9. Nailed it. Got it. Got it first try. Alright, so, yeah, just type in 4 numbers and something will poop out. I'm gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of that just so I have it open in front of me at all times as I'm experimentalizing a little bit here. Can't make that bigger, but like I said, all I need is the good old-fashioned snipping tool. And no, I'm not talking about the circumciser 69,000 or the what we call it, the fucking the jorculator. Yeah, it's not. I'm not talking about the jorculator or the de-jorculator. The unjorculator. I got that kind of saved off. Actually, I'm not gonna be greedy. I'll share. I'll share so all can see this. I want to give myself an unfair advantage. Actually, I guess the problem is that... Actually, no, I can just kind of leave it like that. It's fine. Yeah, so I'll just do this. Monitor 1. Oh, except my face is covering it. My face back down. Get your ass back down there. My ass, also my face. I talk out of both. Last digit is 2, yeah? Yeah. That's correct, yeah. Because... square with cross dot in the middle... Well, yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, it was a cross. I know it was like an X. I can't remember if there was also a plus sign. It was definitely an X, I think, or it was one or the other. But I think it's assumed that the dot is probably the more important thing. I think that's a 2, and then it was square with cross in the middle. I'm sorry. Yeah, dot and bottom left was 3. So it's. My thinking is that, yeah, every time you, like, move it, it goes up. Now, the question is, how would you get a 1? Maybe starting at top left is 1? That wouldn't make sense, because this would also potentially be 2. So, and also, it's in the middle like that. Is that 1/2? Like, that wouldn't make sense. This one's also in the middle and not tied to any one particular line. Yeah, this one, I think, was the shape we saw on the wall, but with the dot off a little bit. There could be more clues to find. There absolutely could be. There absolutely could be. So... and that's kind of maybe what I'm thinking. Personal belongings, couldn't find a piece of paper. Sean Meyer, that's not the main guy. Yeah, that's not William. William's the main doctor guy. Sean Meyer. I'm not sure if I recognize that name. That's like presumably one of the doctors. Yeah, maybe we just keep looking. Maybe we keep exploring. There's one more puzzle door to solve. One more puzzle door to solve. Gives us a chance to kind of pop back into here real quick and double check. Yeah, they have like an X. I'm going to write that down too. There's an X. So we have this and the monkey puzzle, right? Where with, I'm going to say X. Middle and dot in the middle, and then square with X. And dot in bottom left corner. Just kind of updating my notes. Clarifying the notes. Yeah, I guess the expectation is that this is like one of his offices, the Dr. Meyer guy. Also, by the way, as a quick and extremely important heads up, maybe you've already seen it. This is very important and very subtle. I don't have a cursor right now. I have a cursor here, but I don't have a cursor when it's like go time. How do I show this? Yeah, Farsight found it. So on the bottom, under the 3, I don't think that was intentional, but it is delightful because it's the fucking breast cancer ribbon thing, right? But the way it's cropped, it's a little it's fortunate and it's unfortunate. It's delightful. Farsight says I'm way ahead of the game, Alex. I'm way ahead of the game. I only just now noticed it. I do like it. That's good. That's important. All right. Looked up the cash register one. Never would have got. Okay, yeah. That probably means there's more we need to see. There's more to find. More to find and comprehend. Nice. Yeah, that's very unintentional. Or the developers saw it and they were like, do we remove it? And they were like, nah, leave it in. That's good. All right, one more puzzle door. Also, let it be known, when we solved the very first puzzle door, it gave us a VHS tape, which we can use in the like the viewing room or the projector room. For all we know, that could launch us into like a whole another series of areas that could give us more clues to both of these puzzles. So yeah, so I'm gonna say there's still plenty of hope as far as like other things to consider and investigate. We are far from done. Far from giving up. Okay, I could solve it hypothetically. Yeah, that's the question though. Like, we have the mechanical tools to solve the monkey puzzle and to solve the cash register puzzle, but do I have these like the soft tools, right? Like the semantics. Do I have the semantics, not the syntax, but the semantics to like the clues on the wall or the journal entries to feed my brain the knowledge nuggets that say, oh, I know what that means, and see what these like things pertain to. That's more what I'm unsure about, and something I don't expect anybody here to know. But that's kind of what we're chasing. So we're going. Oh wait, no. It's this one. Examination room. Going to the examination room. All right, get on your rubber gloves. Or rather, no, I'm getting my rubber gloves on. You guys, everyone needs to bend over and spread your cheeks. We're all going to the examination room together. We're all going together. Everyone grab a buddy. Buddy up. It's time. It's time for the party. It kind of made it seem like it was going to be accessible from this corridor. Now I'm not so sure. Like there's a door right here. East wing corridor, I guess, yeah. Wait, delivery room. Hold on. Delivery room, that is maternity ward. Really isn't a delivery room. Unless that... Okay, maybe that means we're going towards the delivery room. And that's probably what they meant. We're nudging ourselves in that general direction. Nursery room, or nursing room, that is. I think it's this one right here. It's this one right here. All right, so our final puzzle door sequence. There are things on this planet. There sure are. So there are humans. Yep. Here's they are. Some of them are naked sometimes. Actually, I bet there's at least one naked person on the planet at any given time ever. Somebody on this planet is naked right now. Is it you? Is it me? I don't know, but someone is naked probably. That's my grand prediction. So we got aliens, Egyptians, and hornets. Farsight says, jokes on you, Alex, I'm naked right now. There's no better way to enjoy the stream, honestly. Unshackled by the weight of your bulky, uncomfortable clothing. Thought it was Spider-Man. It has a Spider-Man eyes. I like the alien eyes are kind of like looking to the top left. Very cute. So aliens, Egyptians, like Egyptian pharaoh, and bee or hornet or wasp. This planet, there are maybe, yeah, we're saying two. There's like two like flavors of human. Now, of course, in the grand scheme of things, there's a whole lot more than just two, but that's what this picture is saying. Or, yes, I mean, so, well, hold on. Are we saying there are 0 space aliens? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, there are currently bugs. Is it the number of legs? Because I'm like seeing like these have 6 legs. That doesn't really work. Is it Adam and Eve? It could be representation of Adam and Eve, yeah. I don't usually think, when I see this, I don't think biblical stuff, but that very well could be it. So yeah, like an origin, of where this person came from. They came from the planet. Is the world the 0 on the key? All good questions. Or are you saying like, yeah, is that circle trying to say 0? Well, extraterrestrial would mean greater than 0. Egyptian one, the bug one, or the wasp one is tricky. One's an interesting one. And a less than obvious one. Yes, symbols above the keyhole. Can I admire the jade door handle? Door's very expensive. Expensive looking. Symbols above the door. Yeah, the fact that there's... And we have the arrow, like, going from the planet to the humans. I'm not sure if there being 2 of them is significant. I like how what Elgaso pointed out. It's almost like, yeah, some kind of implication that this is, like, the representation of 0 in some way. Triangle could be the pyramids. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we could kind of go on... This might sound silly, but we could just kind of go on vibes, you know? Triangle would make a whole lot of sense for the pyramids. What's the vibe for space aliens? The Pentagon, because they like cover up that shit, right? Like something like that, maybe. Yeah, here's the vibe. All right, I'm not gonna read the chat. I'm not gonna read the chat. Here's the vibe. If this is vibe puzzle solving, the aliens are the Pentagon. Because the Pentagon is, like, covering them up, right? Covering up them space aliens. We want to see them alien titties. Like Elgaso said, the Pharaoh. That's the triangle, because pyramids. And Hornets. Stay with me here on this. Hornets are the ninja star because they got stingers, and they're angry, and they cause injuries, and they're mean. What if? What if that would have been it? Wouldn't that have been great? Some of these are pretty weird. They got the flying saucer. They do got the flying saucers. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. It's like, consider the vessel. Maybe that's what we're looking at. What's the vessel? The triangle thing makes sense, I think. What's the vessel that the aliens would have? I could see it being a UFO. Yeah, a circle, sure. What vessel Does the wasp? Does the bee? It's a nest, obviously. What is the most nest-like shape? Actually, honeycomb. Yeah, that might just be it. I think we're getting closer. I think we're getting closer. Should I go back to the Pentagon one? I think I was cooking with the Pentagon. Try that. I'm gonna laugh if that's it. Ah, shucks. Hexagon for the honey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think, I bet we're 2/3 there. I bet we're 2/3 there. I mean, I say that. That is the hexagon, right? I would have felt really dumb if that was the wrong shape. What else could the pyramid one be? Let's look at let's consider the other options. Yeah, I'm quite confident on that third one. I'm like, man, I can't think of what else the third one could be. I think that makes a lot of sense. For the triangle, or for the pharaohs, for the Egyptian one. How could it be anything else other than the pyramids? It's so representative of like that, of that civilization in history, right? It's what we all think of when we think of like anything with Egyptian history. Egyptstory, if you will. And for the alien fella, I don't want to just like try every random shape and just fuck off with it. We could do what I was hypothesizing earlier. And do like the opposite. To the opposite side. And see what that gets us. We could try it. If this is if this is like the case. Because like, if the arrow is pointing this way, or we saying it's reverse, like that's the best I can figure. So I could see it being either pentagon, triangle, hexagon, or circle, triangle, hexagon. But on the reverse side, let's see if that does something. And if that's not it, then I'll try the reverse side where it's pentagon, triangle, hexagon. And if that's not it, back to the drawing board. Yeah. Egyptstory, that's right. Egyptstory, that's right. Yes. I love a good portmanteau. Man, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that third one. And I struggle to think what else the second one could be. It's the Egyptian like pharaoh headdress. And of course, the first thing a lot of us think is ancient Egyptian times. It's also a mark of royalty. The mark of royalty. The pharaoh is the supreme leader of that civilization. The crown, it's a headdress. As for the alien, it's not from around here. Humans come from the planet. So, could it be the alien is a star? Humans come from the planet. Humans are on the planet. Hornets are in a, or bees are in a nest. There's honeycombs there. Egyptians are... Not everybody in Egypt lives in a pyramid. You know what I mean, though. Is it that aliens, like, their origin is the star? Is that what we're going with here? I'm willing to try that. And we'll try it on the regular side. Is that it? That was it. Portly Manto. We got an achievement, by the way, for solving all the puzzle boxes. There we go. All the puzzle doors, rather. Could the alien be the star? That's exactly it, Meerkat. That's exactly it, yeah. Great minds. You know what great minds do? They hold hands. They hold hands. That's what they do. Sensually. Now we get to read. Our reward is knowledge and reading and literacy. So let's see, 1941. So this would have been Actually, this might have been this might have been like the so William is the father of the daughters. This could be his father. Maybe. This could be his father, just looking at the year. Clock struck 1:30 a.m. 1:30 a.m. Keep that in our brains. Into the mausoleum. 3 elements of some kind on some kind of board. Okay. Excuse me. Mother's tomb. My father sank to his knees. Old sculpted marble. Wait. I think I've read this one. Yeah, he's gonna talk about the heartbeat, right? Body's covered in sheets, yeah. Yeah, I've read this one before. Okay. Was it the second page? We've read that one before, yeah. So, okay, so a default to the first one. That's kind of weird. Also, yeah, we read that one already. So I guess I just have to click to see which one is new. Yeah, we read that one already. Read that one as well. We've read that one. Yeah, so what's the new one? Is it the last one? It's not always in order. The rare disease. All right, we know about that one. Searched the forest, but found nothing. All right, last one. My father's secret laboratory is hidden behind a secret passage in the morgue. We might have read this one. Experiments. Yeah, we've read this one. What the hell? What the heck? All right, let me like go one at a time here. It wasn't this one. We only have one entry for this one. Yeah. We've read that one. Yeah, we read that one too, because the implications for that one. Implications for that one are definitely in my head. For sure. It wasn't Anna's diary. It's weird that it opened up to an entry that I know for sure I've already read. Unless, like, maybe that paragraph is clickable? Yeah, because this is how we learned about putting the stethoscope on the statue to listen for the heartbeat. Narrow staircase, climb down the stairs. And then he sees them, like, putting on this, like the weird suits. Huge metallic door. They're holding hammers, and they clank the hammers together. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this one. Hospital bed. And then they loosen a brick, and a brick falls down, and they all, like, go screaming after them. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that shit. I remember. And you can't click this one. This one is I mean, there's words, but you can't read them. And yes, yeah, there were miscarriages, which is sad. And it's tragic, and Maria's really fucking sad. Can't say I blame her. Yeah, she was whipping it. Yeah, I remember that one, yeah. It's just all the same one. Can't look at that one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a... This might be a case where maybe there's multiple places where you can get the same lore nuggets. Like the same journal entries. Maybe there's multiple spots. It's entirely possible. Maria's feeling better. Something odd happened. Right. And that's when you... That's right. I remember this one because we learned about the... we learned about the significance of the pocket watch. Which we still have. That's definitely an older one. Big birthday party. And we learned that there's like bad blood between their two fathers. Because we learned that Maria's father's like a real piece of shit. That was like super abusive back in the day. We learned about the terrible disease she has. And nothing's working. Sedatives won't work. Like forests. Right. The children are missing. Maria is like in a comatose state. Yeah. Secret passages, yeah. Yeah. All right, yeah, I think I can. I think I'm willing to move on here. I think that's like a sign that there's nothing new here. I mean, those lore nuggets sometimes do contain very useful and very necessary information. So I'm like trying to take it seriously when I see something like that. Like, all right, is there something that the game really wants me to know? But I feel pretty confident. There are okay, cool. Thank you, Agast. Thanks for looking that up. Is this the what room is this? This is the pharmacy. It's supposed to be a second, the second entry. Cool. Thank you, Agast. That's really helpful. It also tells us what entry the game is trying to, like, I guess, remind us of. So the second entry, that's the one about Maria miscarrying. How she like is like punishing herself, which is awful. Yeah. All right, so yeah, the implications of that second entry. First aid kit, there you go. Treats major injuries. Is having an arm dismembered a major injury? You bet your sweet titties it is, but it's for us. We can't give it to the father, unfortunately. And sure enough, it's a pharmacy. There's all kinds of meds here. All kinds of meds. Maybe we'll find some bandages? Entrails have been placed on weighing scales. You could find some bandages for attaching a what's it called? A mannequin arm. High power charge used with an electric lance. Oh, that's equip or ammunition. That's ammunition for a really cool weapon we saw but have yet to acquire. Anything else before I start this thing? Is this the car battery? The car battery. I was wondering when this would come into play. Very cool. Very cool. So the pharmacy have the goods for us. We got to get this bad boy charged up. Let's take this to that one closet that has the charging station. I had a feeling that was going to come into play eventually. It's a matter of when. Matter of whence. Now, where is that cool little closet? Little supply closet. Actually, I think it's on this floor, but it's in the next wing, I think. That's where it is. Hey, thank you for looking up that information, Algaus. You've been very helpful. Confirming a couple of details. I'm liking this game a lot. It does have some, like Farsight said, some esoteric puzzles. I love how that fucking doll placed right there is just so suggestively placed, like, yes, who's waiting for you? Who's waiting in this waiting room? Yeah, the puzzles are sometimes kind of out there, and classic 90s style survival horror game where there are things that are maybe not always conveyed super clearly, and there's ambiguity, maybe on purpose. Maybe it's on purpose to keep some things ambiguous slightly. It's all to, like, keep you like well steeped in, like, the just like the vibe, the mystery of this area. Like, we're like fully entrenched in this space. Also, one thing to consider too, there is this guy. A big old hunk of ice. It's freezing cold. Can I hammer it open? Doesn't fit. It's like we need to melt it somehow. Can I stab it? Doesn't fit, yeah. And I can't just leave it. That was my other thought too. Can I just leave the freezer open and walk away? No, you can't just leave it open. Now, that being said, I don't know what's in there that we give a shit about. There's nothing else in here that I can see, obviously, but I don't know. Maybe there will come a point where we need to put something in here. Hammer made the most sense to me, honestly. Where's that supply closet? I think it's over this way. To be a good place to spawn another bad guy, by the way, because this is an area we definitely need to come to. Oh, the discs, right? There's the disc reader widget fella. Back to the chapel, which is, I don't think, what I want. Little closet area somewhere over yonder. Is it over her? Not over her. Look at the map, because I can't remember. It is... Oh, I just completely went around it, apparently. Completely went around it. Thought it was attached to the warehouse. Is it this one? Is this your card? Yay! And now, plug this puppy in. We plug in the puppy. Give the juice. It'll take days to charge. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Do I go back in time and place it? Probably. Probably, yes. Yeah, battery charger. Old car battery, yeah. Because the thing is, we can't really see it. We can't really get a good read on the meter, but I think the idea is the meter is, right, it's supposed to, like, go up as it's charging. So it's green indicating that it's charging, but it will take days to charge. That's no good. I'm going to take it with me. I bet what's going to happen, we have this one VHS tape. When we used the one VHS tape previously, in the projector room, we were able to go into the projector screen and, like, go back in time and interact with the world. That's how we freed Anna. Or was it Emma? One of those two. I bet we're going to have some kind of opportunity in some kind of sequence where we are going to go back in time. We'll place the battery then, and then pick it back up in the modern zone when we come back. So let's go back to, I think we're going to the second floor now. The viewing room. Or the meeting room, rather. The meeting room. That's my thinking. Oh, what? Wrong way. I need to go back upstairs. Go back upstairs, because I would take the elevator, but the elevator is off limits from the first floor. You can only call it or use it from the second floor. That's what I'm thinking. The meeting will be on this side. I haven't saved in a while. I might want to save. We're doing okay. We've got a first aid kit. Pretty good amount of morphine doses. Switch this out. Of course, if you grew up in the good old days like a lot of us did, a lot of us old timers that are in the chat right now, myself included. We all know what these buttons mean. We all know. Use this one. The play button. Jesus. And that's really close to that closet area. I think that's exactly it. And we go, baby. Here, kids. Does someone take days? Yeah, I figure it shouldn't. That's like, you do the hand wave. You do the hand wave and go, it's video game oversimplification. Or Deus Ex Machina. Like, how convenient that this device
Father, what happened
is working in this way.
with Christ? Did you fix it yourself?
Except for we've gone back in time. Because in the modern times, the statue is very busted up. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take days. Like, come on, bro. It doesn't take 6 hours. Yeah. Well, but remember, Meerkat, this game takes place in the 90s. And in the 90s, batteries were slow to charge. According to things I just made up. But that's like the best George Lucasian hand wave explanation I can offer.
Oh, hello, child. Welcome to this humble house of our Lord. I'm the town priest. It's a pleasure to meet you. What is your name?
Hello, I'm just sitting here enjoying my 2 arms that are fully attached to my body. How are you doing?
What is it? Did I say something wrong?
6 hours? Yeah, it's a long time.
No, not at all. I am Caroline Walker.
A beautiful name. Were you saying something about our Lord's statue?
That is a long time. That is a long time. I mean, hopefully you'd be able to, like, do all this stuff and not just be like, I'm just gonna wait and stand here.
The last time I was here, it was scattered around the floor, in pieces.
God forbid it, my child. This statue has been here for over 100 years.
Confirm we've gone back in time.
Take care of it. It has never been damaged. And let's hope it remains in here like that for many more years.
I do wonder how far back did we go? Like, what year is it? Actually, I guess it said on the tape. How you doing, Jesus? You never looked better. Never looked better. Also, I remember I had a very pivotal moment as a child learning how Catholic churches roll with their crucifixes. I was raised Methodist, so you know I was raised in a Protestant household. But my stepdad is Catholic, so when my mom remarried, you know, we went to Catholic mass a whole bunch. And the first time I went to a Catholic mass, you walk in, and in a Methodist church, and probably a lot of Protestant denominations, you would have crucifixes and whatnot, and you know whatever. We all know what it means, but sure. But Catholics, it's like, and this is not to disparage any Catholics who might be listening in, but you know, please understand, as a child who was not really exposed to a whole lot of that, was really only exposed to Protestant churches. As a young impressionable child, you walk in and you see the very, sometimes, you know, gruesome, well, maybe I shouldn't say we're gruesome, but like kind of gory depiction of Jesus on the cross. Sometimes it's like, oh, it's fucking scary. It's fucking scary, and it's like brutal and visceral. So my mom loves to tell that story, how like Jesus on the cross scared me as a kid. As I saw him, I was like, listen, I knew what went down, like I know the story, but like just. It's a very graphic depiction of him, and well, in some Catholic churches, not all Catholic churches like go overboard with it, but some do. And yeah, that left an impression on me. Definitely left an impression on me, on young Alex. Look at all this construction stuff they got in the Ray. Here we go. It's a rotisserie Jesus. Well, Jesus, no, not that Jesus, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. That is funny though. Look at all this alcohol and like relatively clean kitchen utensils. Ooh, I wonder. Oh, actually, I wonder now if I can just leave it open, if that will thaw out this block of ice now. Hammer. Probably just any old thing will do. It's freezing cold. I had like a flamethrower or something. Covered head to toe with blood. Yeah, Passion of the Christ. Exactly. This one wasn't like quite that level, but it was enough where it definitely spooked young Alex. Spookified me real good. And I'm not trying to fit it in. I'm trying to warm it up. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, and again, this is not to disparage Catholicism or like talk shit. Like, there's like, what is it, like centuries of Catholics and Protestants just going at it and like just being shitty to each other. It's like, no, I'm not trying to like, you know, like drum up anything. And as a card-carrying atheist, I especially don't give a shit. But it was an observation as a kid that's definitely stuck with me. Trash is still the same. Yeah, so this is all still the same. So presumably there'll probably be a point where we come back to this area because we'll probably need to do something with that freezer. And freezer is probably significant. 94. Now, that's weird. Oh, it's only a few days because it's December 17th, I think. Or 16th. And the main time. So, okay, so we're not that far back in time. Not that far back. I think this is the one we're going for, but I want to see how far I can explore this, how far I can take it. I'm always good at taking it real good. Oh, never mind. No, I can't take it really good because that's going to block our way. Only one place left to go then. The introduction to megachurches? Yeah. As a person who is not at all religious, and I always like to give the caveat is by saying, if you're religious, awesome. That's not a bad thing at all. I'm not trying to say that because I believe one thing, it's that believing something else is bad. Like, I'm not here to preach. But yeah, when as a person who is not a believer, yeah, my first introduction to megachurches was also very jarring. And raised Methodist, like, the emphasis is on interpersonal relationships and like being nice with your neighbor, that kind of thing. You can have all that in mega churches as well, but like it was more focused on like the small things and like I don't know. It felt like a smaller scale, and of course, the church we went to as a kid was indeed a lot smaller, obviously. But yeah, it's like a praisatorium. It's very weird, and it's something I could never jive with. I still can't jive with it. But some folks love it, and more power to them. I am all about it. It makes sense as a way, like, if you have like a lot of people, and you want, you know, and like, you want to like have some kind of congregation that is all in one place. You need a large venue for it. So yeah, the mega churches work to that degree, but yeah, it flies in the face of kind of how I was raised, at least. But again, that's especially something where I really can't talk shit on, because I'm out of pocket on that one for sure. But yeah, that depiction was just how it was. It was. Yeah, you're exactly right, Meerkat. You're exactly right. Let's go check on the thingy now. I bet it's all set. That delicious, delicious car battery. We're going downstairs. Is there a ladder thing in this room? Oh, no, I'm thinking of something else. No, that won't work here. We'll go back this way. What's up, Frank and Clyde? Good to see you, buddy. Smokey says, so what you're saying, Alex? Smokey's doing the Twitter thing that we all know and love. I love that shitpost where someone's like, hey bro, I went on Twitter and I said, man, I love waffles. And then the other guy in the chat or in the comments is like, whoa, you just said an anti-pancake slur. What the hell? I'm fucking calling your employer and getting you fired. So it's like, you know, the people that just like, oh, so what you mean is, and just fucking fly off the handle. It's like, oh god, here we go. Hold my fucking beer. Hold my goddamn beer. All right, so we're going on the west side, which is, oh, it's where we are. Well, no, we're in the main hall right now. Yeah, it's this one. Bloop. I'm a fan of gooning at a spiritual level. Oh, good. Good. Is what I would say if I was trying to say something weird, but I would never say something unchristian on stream. That's right. That's right. What's the one that's a council of fellas? Hold up. I can't remember. Is it the No, that's not it. I think I have it. I think I have it in the list. Thank you, Dudson, for that raid. I don't know all of what you heard about gooning that may and how it may or may not be a spiritual experience. Yeah, I don't see it on the list. Maybe it got removed. It's possible it got removed. It was either 7TV or Better Twitch TV. Or Frankerface, I guess. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it's out there. That's out there, yeah. If I actually here, let me check my list here. It might show up here. Because it's a very big and funny looking emote. Yeah, but you're right, I don't see it anywhere. No dice. Anyway, Dudson, thank you for that raid, my man. As always, if you have any clips you want to share, I'm super happy to see them. If there's any fun clips you want to share, I'd love to see what you got. We're playing Tormented Souls, really good survival horror game. I'm liking it a lot so far. It is very good. It's a very old school inspired survival horror. So in the same vein as Resident Evil, like original Resident Evil, and like Silent Hill, that kind of thing. It's very good. It's very good. And if you've played this game, I'll say, if you have not played this game, you of course, there probably will be spoilers. We're probably around the halfway point if I had to guess. And if you have played this game, you might recognize we're trying to get the car battery charged. We have a couple of other puzzle elements. We just solved all 4 of the door puzzles, the key puzzles. That's kind of what we're working with right now. And if I had to guess, it's probably been a couple days. Is it all chargified? All charged. Look at that. I got the blinking battery. Hell yeah. No. What do we do with this car battery now that it's charged? Well, I hadn't thought that far. Maybe we there's like a space on the fucking the little monkey puzzle. There's like a space kind of on the side of the monkey puzzle. that kind of looks like something would fit in. And at first I was thinking maybe this guy. But I'm not quite so sure. So we'll have to kind of ruminate on what this would be used for. It's possible the answer is you just don't need it yet. That's entirely possible. Because yeah, I guess really at the end of the day, that was kind of the last thread. The last thread was getting that VHS tape to that part of like the mansion, and just seeing what that was going to give us, and it gave us the car battery. I just don't know what to do with it is the thing. I do believe it. Clyde says the car battery is for something further. Oh, something that I've missed. Or something that I have passed by and forgotten about, maybe. Interesting. I need to think on this, because yeah, we have a lot of stuff open. What if we could go into there's like something in the basement. I haven't looked at the stuff in the basement in a while. I feel like the basement stuff that like in that one little pedestal, I figure a lot of that's going to be fairly late game stuff. Yeah, because there's like several things you need for that one, so I don't think that's it. What else? Let's look back at the map. What am I not considering? Have a good night, though, Dudson. I know it is getting kind of late. I know it's getting up there, but thank you for that raid. Like this game is very good. I'm unfortunately, I will acknowledge I'm in a state right now where I'm a little bit. I'm not going to use the S word. I'm not going to say that I'm stuck, but I am chewing on a couple things. I've got a couple things to chew on. So there's a bunch of stuff that's kind of in progress or incomplete. We have the mannequin arm for Father, who has lost his arm. We found in the Nightmare Zone, in like the upside down alternate dimension, you can attach the mannequin arm to the mannequin that is in his place, but the mannequin arm falls off. There's a gap. We need some way to seal the gap, and I don't know of a way to do that with our current loadout. We have. I was just thinking just now, if there was. So there's the gap. I just like was thinking just kind of randomly. You have a car battery now. If there was some way to like attach the car battery to like a heat source or something to like heat something up to heat the scalpel, and then apply like the heated scalpel to the mannequin arm so that it like sticks. I don't know, like something like that, or bandages. Some way to get it to stick. That part's unclear. And then there's the monkey puzzle. And then there's the monkey puzzle with the parchment scroll. We decapitated the monkey statue. And that gave us the scroll. And there's 4 blocks. I'll look more. I think the next thing to look at is the monkey puzzle, because I figure that's probably. I remember Elgaso, he was thinking that I probably have what I need to solve it. The hammer is for the gavel, of course. The battery, I'm not so. To be honest, I really can't remember what the battery's for. Monkey puzzle gives you what you need for the. Yeah, that's kind of what I figure. Maybe the relevant saying, yeah, and of course, well, that's the thing. There's 5 monkeys present. There's see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, and then there's also decapitated, and then there's normal monkey. So, yeah, let's head back to the Nightmare Zone. That was... Where was that? That was 2nd floor? Yeah. No. Where was it? Crap, I can't remember. I think it was 2nd floor, actually. It was the big one. It's the intensive care unit. Yeah. 2nd floor, west side. So, let's look at that next. And while I'm kind of venturing towards that, I'll be thinking, kind of chewing on what am I forgetting about with that car battery. I don't doubt that I've probably have seen something relevant to the car battery that I've just forgotten about. I remember seeing where you would charge it. We went back to the closet before we got it charged. But I am blanking. On other things relating to the car battery. So I might have to do some explorificating. Where the fuck am I? I don't recognize... I know where I am, but... I'm not where I wanted to be. Or I'm not where I thought I would be. Oh, okay, I just need to keep walking then. Keep schmoving. It would be... Go to the ICU. ICU. I think it's actually back this way. Corridor, right? Yes. Yes, it is. Go into the mirror. I think it's this one. The fella's gonna be chilling here. Still chilling. Hey, man, we saw you back in time, back when you had your both arms attached. You were looking great. Portal we venture. And, oh, and the third or maybe fourth thing that I'm also chewing on is, or watching out for potential hints, is the cash register. We saw some notes for the cash register, but and like we saw like a pattern to kind of work off of, but nothing super obvious jumps to mind with that one. So that's another one I think I'll come back for in a little bit if I've exhausted other things to consider. So here's the monkey statue decapitated. It was a great time. I remember like it was yesterday, and by yesterday I mean like an hour and a half ago. So I think it's gonna be... Oh wait. Oh, that was the chest. That had the arm. The mannequin arm. The mannequin arm, if you will. Shit, I think I might be dumb. Can't remember where that room was. Let's go back to this. No, that's where I came from. So I just did a loop. I probably walked past it. Yeah, we saw this one. It's not in here. Little puzzle station. The note is the only thing that gives you... Right, yeah, there's the note that we saw on the wall, but then also the note inside the binder. We have two series of notes. Well, no, I've already... Wait, hold on. Is it also... here? Oh my god, I think I'm getting stupider. I think there was one door that I chose incorrectly, because this door does not work. Yeah, this door doesn't work. That's not it. The problem, of course, is that it's very dark. So it's fairly easy to just walk by the thing you're trying to find. But I think I'll know when I see it. I think I'll know the room when I see it. I think I should have gone opposite direction. That was my issue. Yeah, I was supposed to go not through that door, but this door. Oh, that one's locked. Okay, fuck. I can't... Okay, confession time. I have no idea where I'm going. It's room TD? Okay, cool. Room 2D, okay. It was probably in the hallway then. I just didn't see it. Back to the corridor. Go back further this way, I think. There. Let's see. Might be connected. Actually, let's check the map. Because this should still be relevant. Oh, okay, it's not connected. Back to the... Let's go back to the corridor. Boop, boop. Like scammer games, that's how it goes. So it's this one. This one's D. There we go, there we go. By the windows, okay. the windows? Uh-oh. Oh, wait, is it not in the nightmare dimension? I could have sworn that it was. Shit, it's probably in the regular dimension, isn't it? Yeah, because there's nothing here. Oh my god. That might be why I'm struggling so much. I probably didn't have to go into the nightmare zone. I don't know why I thought it was in the nightmare zone. For some reason, I thought we had to go into the mirror zone. No fucking wonder. No fucking wonder. Because, yeah, it's not in here. This room is mostly empty. Well, there's your problem. Well, there's your problem, Alex. Okay. Alright, well... That at least explains... I was like, man, I'm just, like... I'm missing something. There's something I don't see. And that explains why I wasn't seeing it. At least here they're labeled. Alright. Now we are cooking with gas, baby. So. Yeah, sure enough. Battery. Yeah, there's like a space here, but it doesn't fit. And we can use the hammer, I suppose, to like re-randomize as need be. Actually, I guess you can only do that if you have this plugged in. Yeah, like re-randomizes them. All right, well, there's the obvious one. I'm trying to think what's the exact phrase? I think is it start with Hear No Evil? So hear, speak, and see, I think is how it goes. And then the dude being decapitated at the end. Like that's like the first thing that comes to mind. Yeah, the hammer is... Oh, it's because it was the last thing selected. I was wondering why it was glowing like that. C is the first one? Okay, cool. It's an adage that we've all heard plenty of times over the years. But, you know, getting it in the right order. So yeah, what are some other things to try? I mean, I guess it's like, yeah, try a combination and hit the gavel. It seems like the gavel just kind of randomizes it. Oh, it's C and then here? Yeah. So clearly I don't know the phrase. I mean, I know what it means, but yeah, I definitely don't know the phrase then. And speak is the final one. Okay. And then headless fella. Yeah, so it's not just that simple. Struggle with the puzzle. Well, I didn't attempt the puzzle. Well, I mean, I tried to, like, mess around with it. But I didn't try this combination because that seemed too easy. I feel like that was... I was thinking there was going to be something else that would... I'll just put that back. That would, like... I don't know. That would either give... Like, some either other monkeys or something like that. Try bonking with the hammer. So maybe it won't re-randomize it again. Ah, okay. And we use this. Power is adjustable. Cool. That's very helpful. Thank you, Agasso. And that means we're done with this puzzle. Oops. Yeah, nothing else to do. Yeah, I figured that'd be more involved, honestly. Power is adjustable, you say. Well, might be able to work with the mannequin arm. Now we, of course, go back into the nightmare zone. Into the mirror world. Hopefully he's got like something to bite down on, because this might hurt. Might hurt when he randomly feels a phantom arm attached to himself and staple to himself suddenly. But then the arm will like rematerialize. I wonder how this will look on his end. Where, yeah, you're just chilling and you're in shock and suddenly your arm either regrows or just like materializes attached to your body. It says like adjustable strength, so is there a human skin strength I can use? Here you go, broski. Not powerful enough. Do I use this thing? Or combine, rather? Not be combined. Do I use the hammer to notch up the power? Or maybe I say examine. And there's like a thing I click. I've never actually held a nail gun or a staple gun before. Is it this guy? Yeah, that's it. There we go. Never looked better. Good as new. Yeah, I probably said nail gun. I meant staple gun. Nothing else to do here. Let me know we still have the staple gun. Also, I do appreciate we have a staple gun and a nail gun in our inventory. So all manner of like different kinds of guns. And of course an improvised shotgun. A very strange and gangly ass improvised shotgun. Okay, well now, let's exit the portal. And see what the fellow has to say. Hopefully he's feeling a little better now. Kind of a bit of an unnecessary step. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there he goes. Hand's looking better. His arm, rather, is looking better. It's looking a little bit, like, stiff. And maybe, like, foreign on his body. Like, it doesn't quite belong, but it's something. It's something. Yeah, as for, like, the purpose of those puzzles, like, those kind of two puzzles in like, quick sequence. You know, I guess, like, they maybe felt we hadn't had a puzzle in a while. We needed some kind of way to, like, some kind of reason to go back into the Nightmare Zone, because we haven't had one of those in a while. Oh, turn the knob thing? Yeah, I mean, maybe there'll be more puzzles where you have to adjust it back. Like, maybe, if it's still in our inventory, I guess it could be used again. So, I guess we'll find out. Only one way to find out.
Father, are you okay?
Got an achievement for reattaching a limb.
Carolyn, my child, that thing has stolen my Bible.
It seems like that's the least of your concerns, my dude.
Stay there, Father. Right now, it's vital that you keep calm.
Meerkat's like, can we talk about the arm thing, bro?
You're right. I don't know how I'll be able to thank you for taking care of my arm, my child.
He doesn't even question it. He's like, yo, you helped me with the arm, thank you. Not even questioning how that happened.
What are you talking about, Father? It wasn't me.
I mean, it kind of was, though.
But I saw you. Oh, you are right. I'm getting confused. Now that I think about it, it was Dr. William who treated my arm.
So when we're in, like, the Nightmare Zone, when we're in the Mirror Zone, we're, like, taking on the persona of Dr. William?
Dr. William, the Wildburger twins' father. Is he in the mansion?
I had no idea Dr. William had daughters.
Where can I find him?
He's usually in his office. You'll probably find him there.
I'll go find him. He might be able to give me some answers.
And then he says, wait to take this. He just didn't say it out loud.
Thank you, Father. I'm sure this will be of help.
God be with you, child.
Lamp with the power switch. That is cool. Oh, okay, so now, do I not even need to worry about the dinky little fella anymore? Oh, I like how it's floating. That's good. It's floating like in front of us. That's a fun detail. Maybe it makes more sense with the original costume. No, not really. We could use this one for all. We haven't done the OG costume in a while. The voice acting is very fun. It is very fun. We said the office, and yeah, so it was the father of the twins. What was the other doctor name though? Because yeah, we know about Dr. William. There was the one in the maintenance log that threw me off. Said it was Dr. Meyer, Dr. Sean Meyer. We've never seen that name before. So Dr. Williams' office, he said, go there next. Their next major area. I suspect it might be the archives they're talking about. Floor. Dining room, restroom. Yeah, what was the one we were in earlier? It was the archive, I think, is where we were like seeing stuff that was relating kind of to his office. Talk to Father again. Maybe he'll say something else about like where it's located.
Where can I find Dr. Williams?
Oh, there we go, yeah.
You can find Dr. Williams' office on the second floor of the West Wing.
He says second floor of the West Wing. Captions say East Wing. Conspiracy? I'm seeing like the triangle. I'm seeing the fucking the meme where it's like it zooms in on a triangle. You get the bass boosted X-Files theme.
Father, stay safe.
So it's somewhere on the second floor.
Where can I find...
You can find Dr. Williams' office on the second floor of the West Wing.
It's somewhere on the second floor. Okay. Somewhere on the second floor. That narrows it down. I mean, it does narrow it down. It's something. So yeah, because so it's not the archives, because that's what I was thinking it was going to be. Because we saw there was mention of another office. All right, so it's that one up top. For some reason I thought that one was locked. Well, let's find it. Let's find out. So let's go to the east side, and the west side right now. So let's cut over. Got this cool little flashlight now, and because I got this cool flashlight, I'm no longer limited. I'm no longer limited in only having light or weapon. No, we can always be in weapon mode. Not just weapon, but gun mode. Hell yeah. I mean, I could be in melee weapon mode, but come on. When you have this much ammo and you have like 72 nail gun shots, you gotta use that shit, bro. Let's see, what's the best way to get back to the main zone? Because we're in the little corridor zone right now. Back to the reception hall, which be the opposite. Yeah, back this way. Okay. I think I remember this. I think it's that door. In fact, it has to be. Yeah, nothing else here. I've already looted this for all of its worth. I do believe. Chunk. Go to the other side. Quick penis inspection. Make sure everything's all good. Come on, dude. I was doing penis inspection. You're out here trying to get in the way of important scientific research. The other side. Can I shoot him from there? Probably not. We have the little dodge mechanic, if nothing else. He sees me. He's stuck on something? There we go. I'll finish him with melee. Finish him. Another one somewhere. Hear them moving around, and sure enough, we're getting to that point where bad guys are starting to respawn. We knew that point was coming. Yeah, taste inspection. I figured like a quick little, love tap will do it, and we'll get it licked. We'll get the problem licked. Okay, that camera angle was actually kind of helpful for a moment. Actually, I bet I can probably juke this guy. Oh, there's another one over there. Let's see if I get behind him. Oh, he still hit me with the fancy schmoves. Ah, it's so loud. Big heal. Of course, yeah, those guys do have a ranged attack, so they got some scumminess to them. You know what? I'm not gonna take that fight. We don't need to take all the fights. And we can meander around some of these guys. I mean, I do have a lot of ammo, but who knows? I mean, I might need... This might be one of those situations where there's like a bullshit-ass boss fight at some point. entirely possible there's some bullshit-ass boss fights later on, and maybe it, like, takes a billion shots, so maybe I should assume the worst. The east side. A little suckle. Just a little lick. First taste is always free. We're going... so we're in the meeting room right now. Lead to the corridor if all goes according to plan. And of course it will. Oh, right. I couldn't get through this area previously because I didn't have a light source that would let me reach through here. But now I do. And that is indeed the game changer. That's why I couldn't access the office previously. So it's not that one. I do remember this. I remember why. So yeah, I've never been in the office previously, and this is why. Thinking maybe now they would do the sword attack, but still not. This one's still closed, I think, right? Yes, it's locked from the other side, so we have to go around. Blink. It says there was a combo. Oh wait, hold on. This is also the wrong area. Said there was a combo started. Oh, that was Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Thank you, buddy. Yeah, it didn't show the name at first. I have to go through the bedroom, which is the other one. So we'll do that. Thank you, Chuck. We got to hang out with Chuck and all the homies this past Saturday. We got to do our Halloween party shindig. It was a really fun time. It was a very funsies time. I think this is the bedroom. Yes. Or no. Maybe I've never been in that entire wing. Entirely possible. I've never been in that little zone at all. And that one here. There's one area that's like super, super dark. And I thought, oh, you know what? It is on the first floor. It's super dark, and you're not allowed to attack the one dude that's guarding it. So I think what I need to do is, yeah, so I can't get through into that zone. I don't doubt that is the office, but that's not what I'm gunning for. I could check this door. This is the library. See if there's something new here. I don't think there will be, though. Oh, God, that was a good little camera juke. Little camera shenanigans. Oh, this is the battery. I did forget about this. This is the battery. There we go. Plug the battery in. So we have a couple options now. So now I get to go up. Hell yeah. What exactly are the combos? It's a thing that Twitch shamelessly lifted from YouTube, where it's like, oh god, these fucking dudes. I might just bust up the shotgun. That's it. I'm in very claustrophobic space right now. Not a lot of places to go. Fucking shotgun his ass. So it's kind of like Cheers. It's kind of like cheering on Twitch, but it's like a built-in emote system thing. So instead of the cheers being like defined by the streamers, like settings in that, like where you can where a streamer can have like cheer emotes, that kind of thing. It's kind of like a built-in thing in the Twitch browser and the Twitch chat window when it like reaches certain thresholds. So it's kind of like, it's very similar, but it's a little bit more. It's like more built into the chat specifically. Oh, equip. There we go. A little reload action. We drop that fool. Did Aaron pop in for a bit? Yes. Yeah, he was in here a little bit earlier. He redeemed the Kirby burger, the Kerr burger, if you will. He was saying how we need to do a part 2 Halloween party so we can all get to it. We all get to enjoy the new fella. We all get to enjoy the revamped Revolution X, the revamp. I gotta do the shotgun again. The revamped arcade cabinet, because it's about to get fixified, which is deeply exciting. You guys were just hanging out up here this whole time? The noise they make. Ka-chunk. Everything's reloaded. I'm reloading. Just bop his ass. That's right, baby. That's right. We bopped him. Bop it. Twist it. Explode it. Shotgun it. Maybe there's gonna be something cool up here for all of our troubles. Well, a save point is one of them. I haven't used one in a while. In fact, I haven't saved at all tonight, which is maybe a little bit dangerous. We've been pretty good. I haven't taken damage in a while. Gotten a few new healing points. Adjustable dials. I think that is a component for the basement entry point. That is so far been a mystery to us. That's like one of 3 basement component things, I think. Nothing else up here. I figured there probably wouldn't be. I'm gonna see if there's anything else in this little area. I suspect there probably won't be either. And we'll want to go down to the first floor and check that one dark zone. That was nice and spooky-like. Oh yeah, I'm always down for an excuse for a get-together. So yeah, if Aaron and Helen wanted to have some more folks over at some point to check out the sick, badass new revamped, new and improved, or just fixed and improved arcade cabinet. Be there tomorrow, baby. And that is... Oh, hold on. I got windows in the way. I got a whole bunch of stuff on my screen so that I can, like... Because we're trying to solve puzzles. I'm trying to take notes. And we got Volcanor with the raid. Thank you, guys. That's very nice, Volcanor. Thank you, my friend. We're playing some Tormented Souls. The first game, I'm a little bit late to the party. I know I'm late to the party. I know everyone's popping off with Tormented Souls 2. But this is the first one. I think I'm decently far in the first one, but we still got a ways to go. If you've played this game, you might recognize... we just got a couple things. We just got the car battery, plugged it in to the little electric lift, and got the electric key dial thingy. And I just got the flashlight that's attached to my lapel. So now I can get into like the dark areas that previously required you to have either a light source or a weapon. You couldn't have both. I think the area I'm wanting to find is on the first floor, so I'm gonna head down to the first floor real quick. Volcanor, you were doing so yeah, the new one, the Tormented Souls 2. How are you liking the second one? I'm guessing you probably also played the first one. My first time playing it, and I've definitely gotten held up a couple times at a couple of the tougher puzzles, but I tell myself I'm learning. And you know, it's a survival horror game, so I'm just gonna ignore this guy. It's a survival horror game. Sometimes you just ignore combat. You say, you know what? I don't need that kind of negativity dragging my ass down. By the way, Volcanor, whenever somebody raids, it's well, many things. It's super cool. It's super cool of you to raid me. That's super nice. Oh, got another dude. I'm gonna hit him with the old... I'm gonna nail him. Get nailed, idiot. I'm gonna nail him until he falls over, and then I'm gonna fucking melee his ass. So thank you for that raid. That's super nice of you. And whenever somebody raids me, especially if it's for the first time, I always like to ask if there's any clips you want to share. Any clips you want to share? Anything at all you would like to share with us? If something happened that you were really proud of, if there was like a cool moment that happened on stream, if there was something funny, a funny glitch, somebody said a funny word, something out of context. Anything you'd like to share with us? It's one of my favorite ways to express gratitude because, like I said, you brought your folks here, which is awesome. Giving your folks a sneak peek of what my content is like. I want to give my folks a sneak peek of what your content is like. So, it's my favorite way to kind of encourage cross-pollination. Also gives me a chance to see what you're all about. It gives me a chance to very selfishly enjoy your content and see what kind of hijinks you like to get up to. I think it's back this... Oh, did I just do a full loop? I think I just did a full loop. Can't remember where it is. There's like a particular area that's very dark. It's not the public restroom. Well, it was until we turned the lights on. So you just beat the first one. There you go. And by the way, we got Nate in the house. What's up, Nate? Nate, did you have something to do with this? Did you force poor Volcanor to raid my ass? Because, you know, Volcanor was probably like, all right, let's raid somebody cool. Not some weird nerd playing the first game. Let's raid a cool guy. And Nate probably tricked you. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Nate probably tricked poor innocent Volcanor. I'm nailing him. Get nailed, idiot. You filthy animal. It's kind of nice because for a long time there, we killed all the bad guys, and it was actually kind of quiet and, dare I say, kind of peaceful at times because all the bad guys were dead. Now a whole bunch of them have either come back to life or respawned or freshly spawning. It's getting all nice and weird. Like a big improvement. I like this game a lot. I do have my nitpicks. There are, like, you know, a couple conveyance things that feel a little bit weird. So I would say it's fair to say there's probably room for improvement, but I'm having a good time. I'm not like in any huge rush for the game to end necessarily, but I am curious to start the second one. I do have a key for the second one, so I'm definitely curious, but I'm also deeply excited. A little bad just wailing on this guy. He has no means of defending himself, and this angle, he can't just like angle himself slightly. Just fucking wailing on his ass, but he's not dead. You see, he's still bebopping a little bit, so it's something. You want to post the link? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, post a link in the chat. That's perfect. That is perfecto. Perfectorino. There's a door. Oh, that's not a door. Yeah, we know this is going to eventually lead to the office. And presumably that's like our next like big step. That being said, it occurs to me I have 5 save thingies and I haven't saved literally all night. So I think it would be perchance wise for me to save before I start into a thread of rooms that might put me into a slightly dangerous position. Also, I like how the way the shadows project in this particular area as we walk through, it almost makes it look like the suits of armor are following you with their heads, especially with this movement right there. Yeah, that's an interesting little motion the heads are kind of sort of doing. So, I think we're looking for, is it the studio? Yeah, the studio, which it might be right here actually. That has a save point in it. Perfecto. Yeah, I've been saved all night. I've been flying a little bit close to the danger zone. Go ahead and save. Lord knows I got the save points for it. And make it so. And of course, I'm doing the thing where we stagger the save slots accordingly. Actually, this. Oh yeah, I was right the first time. More fun voice acting, by the way.
One of the priest's arms. Thankfully, the doctor, William, surgically replaced it with a new one. I didn't even realize a procedure like that was possible. I also discovered that William is the father of the twins in the photo.
Quality voice acting.
I should go to his office to see if he can give me some useful information.
And I'm not like shitting on the voice acting, saying it's like terrible. To me, it's campy in a way that is very intentional and it like evocative of old school Resident Evil and maybe, well, to an extent, old school Silent Hill, definitely old school Resident Evil. You all know about the Jill sandwich. You all know about the master of unlocking things. So, I think the devs knew what they were doing. I think they knew what they were doing. And of course, this is also before, like, this game came out in 2021, before all the AI slop that we all know about nowadays. So it probably wasn't AI. It was probably just people given, you know, some fun, creative direction, perchance. We're gonna keep playing this one, and I'm excited to see where this little office area goes. We'll probably go for another hour or so. Vulcan, or if I can be extremely, extremely nosy. For one thing, we need to hop off. I know it's getting kind of late. So if you need to get to bed or get a snack, that's totally fine. But if there's any other games you have coming up, coming in hot for this week, any streams you're excited about, I do encourage self-promotion. That goes for any other streamers listening in, obviously. If you or anybody else, for that matter, have any streams coming in hot that you're excited about, like, oh man, this weekend, I mean, for one thing, we got Friday, we got Halloween, spooky times coming in hot. So yeah, if there was anything this Friday you were excited about, any new games you're looking forward to, I always love hearing the enthusiasm. It always makes me happy. I'm happy hearing like what kind of fun stuff folks are like popping off about, because that enthusiasm makes me enthusiastic as well. Like, you know, we all get to enjoy it together. The two twins, identical twins, but personalities quite different. Thence made some nice dresses. Liking Tormented Souls. I am liking it, despite a couple of nitpicks. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm suspecting I'll probably like the second one, maybe even more. I like the story, I like the set pieces and the overall vibe and just the aesthetic of the game. I love it. It's my favorite horror game ever is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube, and this game has a couple of things and a couple of moments that are reminiscent of Eternal Darkness. And anything that makes my brain do like the like, oh hey, it reminds me of this. Anytime I get that with Eternal Darkness in particular, it makes me very happy. Anything that makes that part of my brain light up. Go single afternoon to... Wait, hold on. 7 days ago, I finished making 2 dresses. Took them an afternoon to destroy them. They came back from the forest. Oh, I see what they mean, yeah. Not destroy the girls, destroy the dresses. Torn and frayed. Oh my god. Explained how much work those dresses took to make. Right, yeah, it's like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. But I'm also a little bit mad. Anna was remorseful, but Emma was completely clueless. What a dumbass! Oh, but also like a mocking expression. Oh my gosh. Cold eyes froze my heart immediately. Sent them to their rooms. No dinner for them. And there's the instructions for the stuff. Interesting. And just so we're clear, Anna was the one we saved from the cell, I think. Emma, I don't think we've seen yet. I don't think we've met Emma yet. There was an achievement. Yeah, locate Anna. Yeah, frustration was the name of that achievement. We haven't met Emma yet. 12-hour stream. Yo, that's awesome, man. Some indie horrors. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Eternal Darkness. It's a good game. I will readily admit, it's not a perfect game. There are some very understandable criticisms. Like, magic is overpowered as fuck in that game. There's a couple puzzles and like a couple of sequences that are a little bit long on the tooth. The last level goes on way too long. But it was really well ahead of its time. I think it overall holds up well. The writing is incredible. Oh, if I get to bang it with a hammer, one can only hope. It's shut tight. If I get to crack it open, I'm always down to crowbar everything. Can I do it? Shut it off first. Shut tight. Do I get to open it now? Wonder how long this has been going. Check the trap. Ooh. Well, that's not going to make your laundry very fresh. No, it's a good game, though. I definitely recommend it, especially if you like the old school stuff. Yeah, doing some indie horrors. Do I have anything for Friday? I actually probably won't be streaming on Friday. If not just because... Oh, they want laundry detergent, right. Or is this the detergent? Yeah, I guess this is the washer, so... Any soapies? What about the acid? I guess I used all the acid earlier. But no, probably no stream on Friday, or if I do a stream, it won't be until fairly late because I'm handing out Halloween candy. We get a lot of trick-or-treaters around our neighborhood, and we're in a house, which is nice, my wife and I. So yeah, we'll probably be passing out Halloween candy for most of the night. It doesn't go super late. It doesn't go super late, so we'll kind of see. But yeah, I'm expecting I probably won't be doing much of a stream on Friday. If I do a stream, it'll be more of this if I don't beat this tonight. Or not tonight, but if I don't beat this over the next couple days. Or, a couple other things I'm kind of tracking for this week. Absalom, I have a review key for that one. Immortals 33, I'll be playing that. Or 33 Immortals. I switched them around. I'll be playing that as well sometime this week. So a couple things I'm kind of tracking. But, can I shut this? Smells awful. It looks awful. I can't shut it, just kind of there. Yeah, crowbar makes the most sense as far as something to open. And something like this. There's like a shiny in there. Crowbar doesn't go. Can I turn it back on? The button is stuck. Not turn it back on. Hammer? It'd be very funny if you use the hammer to pry it open. Whoa! That's a raid from Shake. What's up, Shake? Good to see you, buddy. Do I stab it? Do I stab it open? Do I stapler it open? For some fucking reason? What the hell? Do I feed it a VHS tape? No. You put the VHS tape in the detergent hatch that has all the blood and guts in it. That's what you do, obviously. Doy. Of course, right, of course. And then Shake says, pee-pee, which is the correct thing to say after a raid happens. Thank you, Shake, for that raid, buddy. That's very nice of you, buddy. And he just raided me last night. Shake raided us just last night, and Volcanor just raided us. Goddamn, all these nice folks. Dutson raided us moments earlier, or I guess it was about half an hour or so ago. All these nice folks popping off, man. Super cool of you guys. Shake, you know the spiel. You know the deal. Whenever someone raids, I love to ask for clips. Volcanor raided us. He shared a clip with us. So if there was anything you'd like to share, you can be my guest. Is there anything else I could do here? Let's see what else is around here. Oh. Go. All right, I mean, that solves that conundrum. Ow. Rude. I assume he shot some blood acid. Ouch. Being a dick. Hitting me twice like that, that's just rude. Doing IRL stuff, yeah. Yeah, I mean, for years, you know, before I got married, I lived in a condo, and before that I lived in an apartment. I never got to hand out Halloween candy on Halloween, because you wouldn't get trick-or-treaters on Halloween. But when I got married, my wife and I... Actually, my wife already had a house, so I just moved in with her. And we're like a little suburban little area. Lots of neighborhood kids around here. So yeah, we get lots of trick-or-treaters. It's really fun. It's really nice. A medallion-shaped mold, you say. I wonder if I get to make a medallion. Can I open it? W. Because we're only getting dubs tonight. Also, this medallion, I guess this is the second of presumed 3 components for opening up the major part of the basement area. That's exciting. Only dubs tonight, baby. Only dubs. How many quotes are there? There might even be a command for that. There are 410 quotes. That's a bunch. A bunch of quotes. By the way, Chuck says we're in the 15th inning of the game. Let's see. I guess it's Dodgers and the, what is it? Blue Jays, I think? Yeah, Toronto Blue Jays. I'm assuming the Dodgers are up. Well, number of games. I think Toronto won the first one, but I'm assuming Dodgers have won 2. Because yeah, I know that's been a very well-hyped World Series, but everyone's expecting the Dodgers to clutch it. So you got Silent Hill. Oh, the first ending. Very nice, Shake. Very nice. I hope you enjoyed it, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's click back in the window. There we go. So no, it looks awesome. In fact, it's funny you mentioned that because when Volcanor raided us, he too was playing that new Silent Hill goodness. Delicious, tasty goodness. Still no way to browse it? Yeah, no, I'm with you. I still need to sit down and, like, start putzing with that at some point. I think this was the new door to experience. Shower room. Okay, well, the shower room... Apparently, we're taking, like, pickle juice showers, the way this water's all green. Motherfucking, like, Nickelodeon slime showers. That's how green that is. What's up, Aleph? Canada might win tonight. It's weird because the Dodgers were, like, by a lot of measures, seem to be considered, like, a really hot team. And I think a lot of the people, like, placing bets just kind of expect the Dodgers to win the series. But, yeah, it sounds like the Blue Jays are doing a good job of holding their own. Like, I don't know fuck all about baseball, and I'm in a city that, like, has a very celebrated baseball team, at least historically. Historically, people love the Cardinals, even though they haven't been very good lately. But yeah, I've just been hearing a lot of chatter amongst sports fans that the Dodgers are, like, really exciting right this year. If not just because of their fucking all-star guy, the one dude that's really, really hot. Well, he's hot as in he's like doing very well He's also a handsome glass of water, but yes, hot, skill-wise and visually. Hydrotherapy device used in early 20th century to treat mental illness. High-pressure hydrotherapy. High-pressure hydrotherapy. Sounds a little bit like, yes, we call it a medical device, but nowadays we recognize it's a torture device kind of thing. So you need one more ending before we can properly give the verdict. That's fair. In true Silent Hill fashion, it's nice to know that they do have multiple endings. Glad that they've kept that going. Like I said, though, Shake, thank you for one thing. Thank you for that raid. We got to play some co-op games with Shake and our friends Alias and Craft last night. Had a great time, as always. And then, like I said, Shake was very generous. Rated me once again last night. He comes back for a double dip, which is super nice of you, my man. Super nice. And like I said, if you have any clips, you know, I love to see them. Oh, he's holding something. I thought he was pointing. Floppy disk? Ooh, okay. They got names written on the front. Good to know. We can take this back to that terminal to potentially write other things onto this disk. Our first disk experience. The high pressure fella. Oh, that's the same one, actually. Never mind. Go back that way. Yeah, from here, I thought he was, like, pointing that direction. Giving us free pointers. He's the only one, or that's the only one with a hand sticking out of it, or really any obvious sign of what might have been a human person. Probably something else. Oh, well, I say that here is indeed more signs of people. An awful way to die. Well, it begs the question, is it acid? The way that one guy is a bone hand, that one over there, is it acid and it melted his flesh off? Or does it just deteriorate on its own over hundreds, thousands of years, or decades? Farsight says, sleepy times, have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you hanging out with us, buddy. It's some of that split pea soup. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. It's split pea soup. He ate too much soup and he fell asleep because he got eepy. He got the split pea soup coma that just took his ass out. We're gonna say that's exactly what it was. I think we've done all we can here then. There's that door. I think, were there any other doors out of here? Because there ought to be a door that takes us to the office, and that should be this one. Oh, door unlocked. Get back to here then. That was the shower room. Okay, so that kind of like had us go all around the world, but it didn't lead to the office like I was expecting it would. Office. Oh, right. That's right. That wasn't the issue. The issue is that the office is locked. The office is locked, and the bedroom, I think that door is also locked. Both those doors are inaccessible. I was hoping I would find something that would lead to those rooms. And maybe I did, because we did get a data disk, which we could potentially use in other places. Let's do this. There's a spot... Was it on this floor, or was it the second floor, where you could plug in a data disk? Might have been the second floor. I might just try it as is. In the spot if I can find it. Yeah, this is the service area. That leads back to the main hall. Yeah, the laundry and the shower room. Right. Actually, hold on. Because this one... What's this one again? That's the laundry. Right, and this was previously locked, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's kind of explore around the service area on this floor, and if nothing else, jump back to the second floor, because I think we saw it earlier. We saw there was like a spot in the wall that caught my eyeballs. One or more of my eyeballs. It's kind of like a arrangement like this. I want to say it was second floor. I'm gonna kind of look around a little bit. That leads back to the studio. This leads back to the main area. Yeah, let's go ahead. Gonna run past the dude. There's one zombie fella that I ran past earlier. I'll run past him again. He didn't even see me. Oh, okay, now he saw me. Oh, except he does ranged attacks, right? Okay, I'll just pop him. It's a survival horror game, right? Like, you don't take every fight, obviously, but I forgot, yeah, he has ranged attacks. Makes him extra annoying. He dead? He's dead, Jim. Okay. Hydrotherapy is a lot of things. Washing a wound. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. It could be a psychiatric treatment, though. Sounds unpleasant. An old one, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have anything for this guy just yet. I'm sure I'll know when I see it. Mobility stretches in a pool. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. If they were saying it's like a high-powered pressurized device, I would assume it wouldn't be in a swimming pool. But I know, yeah, I know what you mean, Meerkat. Some kind of form of like physical therapy, really, just in a swimming pool. I don't think this is it either, by the way. Yeah, let's just go to the second floor. I bet that's it. I bet that's the area that we saw. I know in the warehouse is the terminal lets you reprogram or I guess just upload with a different data set onto a data disk. Let's use that terminal to switch things up a little bit. Guessing it'll be the east. All right. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Let's look around a little bit. Yeah, I'll know when I see it. There's a particular corridor that has that terminal on the wall. I don't think this is it. That's the sword, fellas. Say thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate the sword offer, but I think I'll hold off. The West Wing corridor. Yeah, this isn't it either. That's not it either. It is, I mean, maybe I'm just bad at directions. I will gladfully and gleefully accept that I'm probably just bad at directions. But I do find that it is particularly easy to get turned around in this game. I also wish there was a single button, and maybe there is, and I just don't have it on my controller or something, but like a single button thingy that brings up the map versus having to like navigate. Ah, shit, let me do that. Versus having to navigate like through a couple sub-menus for it. It's again, a minor nitpick, but those little annoyances. Meeting room, I think it's related to the meeting room. This thing that I'm looking for. Second floor corridor. Here we go. So let's see. I'll know when I see it. Here we go. Got the juice. Give him the juice. No disc. Got a disc for you now, baby. Error. No. Well, as always, a very helpful error message. I just have to reprogram it then. Name's written on the front. So let's go ahead and go down then to that warehouse area. Yeah, I can't open it because this would lead to a alternate area that could lead to the office. I believe. Yeah, this is the bedroom door, which leads to the office, or the office directly. Both are locked. I still love how they shake so nervously. They're just so nervous. Yeah, unless there's another terminal on the wall, and maybe there's one more that I've seen. Maybe there's one more, but I can't place it. The only other plug-inable, like, disc-insertable spot I can think of, off the top of my head, is the one in the warehouse, which is, of course, in the ground floor. It's waterboarding the disease out. Ah, yes. Like a fire hose. There you go. It cleanses the ghosts out of your blood. Yeah, the bad humors. It cleanses the negative humors from your blood. They use holy water. There you go. the clunkiness of old survival horror. It's interesting, and I don't dislike it. There are times where the clunk is charming, and there are times where the clunk is a little frustrating. Like the map thing, there's extra buttons on the controller that are not being fully utilized. So, like, because that's the thing, because there's the left trigger and the right trigger, or which one is it? It's yeah, left trigger and right button bring up the aim. So it's like, do we need 2 buttons to aim? No, we don't. So it's like there are opportunities here for a very slight and very easy smoothing over of just a mild frustration. So yeah, there are mild frustrations. There's a reason modern games don't do that, right? Like, I don't mind the slow controls. I don't mind the clunky combat. I think that makes sense. There's like a reason for it. But yeah, I'm with you. There's other aspects I wouldn't miss. All right, warehouse, I see it up top. We're going to the west side. West side we venture. And I think it's like down the stairs, kind of past the generator area. Oh. Just standing there menacingly. So you're eventually going to fall over. I think I'd used 9 shots yet, so it's 9 shots to drop one of those big boys. These are probably the tankiest guys we've seen so far. Well, that is outside of the like mini boss guy we fought earlier on the gurney. I hear other friends. You know, I have been powering through this ammo quicker than I think. Maybe it's time to... Well, I also have I have 20 shotgun shots. That's a lot of ammo. Maybe I can still be a little bit spicy. My ammo usage. I don't really tend to fuck with these guys. I tend to, like, not let them... Not give them a chance. Don't give them an inch. Don't even let them try it. Got an achievement for killing 40 enemies. And again, 20 shotgun shots. That's and that's the thing. It takes 9 shots from the nail gun to knock one of those guys down. It takes 1 shot from the shotgun to drop one of those motherfuckers. And then you can, of course, do what I did just now. Use the melee weapon to finish him off. I think that's kind of the established wisdom on how to handle most melee enemies in this game, or just most enemies in general. So as long as you knock them down, then yeah, you're on a good pattern. If you're like you've got the advantage. You essentially have the high ground. The Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah, it's very exaggerated. And I kind of love it. Here's the terminal. Insert to write new keyword. Okay. Write a new keyword. So... And we, like, type the stuff in. There's a certain number of characters. I hadn't thought this far. Let's eject the thingy. So, names are written on the front. Guess I could just go down the list of names. But if it's not... Well, for one thing, none of these names are significant, I don't think. I mean, Maria is the name of the guy's wife. What's the guy's first name? And his last name is Wilson. Or I think? Or William? No, William. Dr. William. The children's names are Anna and Emma. I'm trying to think, like, are these names significant in any way? Because if they're not, then we're having to, like, go back and forth. We're having to go back and forth to like plug this one in, try that, try this one, that didn't work, go the next, try the next one, walk all the way back and forth. Are the rooms numbered at all? Because these are 1 through 10. These are 1 through 10. It's the office on the 2nd floor. I could double check. We could run up real quick and double check. I don't think there was anything on the door itself, but I could have. It's possible I didn't look closely enough. Anything with the office necessarily. The room you want to get to, yeah, because it would ultimately be for the bedroom. Ultimately, yeah, I don't think it would unlock it for the office as well. I think we're going in through the bedroom. Yeah, like DG. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's possible. I mean, there's the problem is there's not multiple bedrooms. It's just the one bedroom. Leads to the children's room as well. What I will say is that the name Tamar and Lomar, those two for some reason stick out to me, and I don't know why. I can't place it. Judith, Avital, Tisha, Milka, Shilin, Lois, Kala. The first one, Jawad. Yeah. Names written on the front. Yeah, I can't really place it. But maybe that's the point. Maybe, like, the names are insignificant on their own. I could run upstairs real quick. And, yes, see if there was, like, a number on the door somewhere. It's entirely possible there was. Let's think back for a second. Where did we get this floppy disk? It was held by the skeleton in the bathtub. In that shower area. So yeah, so it wasn't like handed to us by the father or anything like that. Have a good night, Elgas. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. I know it's getting kind of late. Yeah, it's getting kind of late. Well, I'll go for another half an hour or so at least. I'm trying to think if there was another area that took the data disk as an input. For some reason I was thinking there was one more. There was one more terminal that took the data disk, but I don't know. It wouldn't have been around here, like in the kitchen or anything. Especially if it's like a security system. If it's something related to a security system. I could look in the like atrium area. I could look around there. Nothing else in here, of course. Got a lot more bad guys, by the way. A lot of dead zombies littering the floors out here. Wouldn't be that spot. Nothing near the elevator, I don't think. Let's kind of sniff around out here a little bit. It's good to see you, by the way, Shock Value. Says the coyotes are getting weird, man. The coyotes are getting real loud. Gracie and I realize that we're late to the party here, but Gracie and I have recently started watching Yellowstone. The series on, I guess it's on Paramount Plus now, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's the Kevin Costner series. It's really good. And of course, there's a lot of scenes that talk about, yeah, hearing the coyotes in the distance. It's very relevant. Yeah, no, most folks, it's like, where have you been, Alex? I know that show's been out for a while. Check the basement real quick. I know it's been out for a while. I think it first started in 2018, and the last season just shit. The last season just aired. I think it was last year, like December. That guy's hopping, man. I mean, he's literally hopping because he can only hop. He's fast. Remember these guys being that quick? Good lord. Drop his ass. That man was ready for me. He's coming in hot. Yeah, we're probably getting close to halfway through season 3. So we're nearing the halfway point of the series. I'm liking it a lot though so far. It's pretty good. Yeah, good acting. There's like we have some nitpicks about like some character motivations that don't really make a whole lot of sense in certain like episodes. There's like moments that seem a little weird. I don't really want to waste too much time here in the basement. There could be something down here that we previously couldn't have dealt with our hands being full. It's entirely possible, but there was something else down here. So I might look around a little bit down here, but I don't know if I want to waste too much time. Of course, can't go out of that area. No, it has been very good. It's been quite good overall, I would say. Quite good. That's, of course, where we first... That's, I think, the shortcut that led us to this place in the first place. Yeah, this area is particularly labyrinthine, and the shifting camera angles really don't do you any favors here when it comes to trying to navigate. Yeah, we just came from that area. Yeah, the shifting camera angles make it very easy to get turned around. Yeah, I remember that guy. I remember the fucking locker guy that was a good jump scare. I think it got a lot of us. Certainly got me. For some reason, I thought there was something around here that we maybe needed to... we need our, like, our hands to be free for something. Not like a combat thing, but something else. Way that you have to... Like, now, of course, we can hold a gun, a weapon and a light source simultaneously. We don't have to choose one or the other. Computers here. But... nothing jumps out. Haven't watched a TV series in a while. I would say we don't usually watch things as they're airing. Usually we kind of jump in late to the party. Oh right, here's the wall that we crossed. Right, and we of course got the shortcut. I remember that. Or not the shortcut, that just leads to the morgue. Straight up. I don't think there was anything down here. I think we're pretty much set with the morgue for now, at least. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm just wandering. Let's best I can figure is let's go upstairs. Go upstairs and see about... Okay. Is there a sign that tells me which direction? Probably this way. Yeah, let's go upstairs and see about what it would take. Like, just if there's obvious things on the door outside the bedroom. Any sort of sign, any sort of number. It kind of pour through the notes as well. See if anything jumps out at me. Gotta go the other way. Is that this one? There we go. The basement, it's pretty easy to get twisted and turned around. I think this is... not it. But the other one. And that's the ticket. Unless anything else back this way? Back towards me? Towards the camera? Oh, just the water gun. Yeah, okay, that's it. So yeah, we've seen what there is to see. But yeah, I would say on the whole, Grace and I try to like get into some series. Yeah, sometimes a little bit late to the party. Gracie probably prefers TV shows over movies. Because, you know, a movie, of course, is a commitment time-wise. And sometimes it's like, oh man, I'm like partway through, but I'm tired. But I don't want to like stop. I want to like see it through all the way to the end. I know that can be frustrating for us sometimes. Doesn't like to like pause a movie halfway through and watch it in like a part 2 setup. She likes to do it in one go if possible. Got that one's blocked. So like a TV show is, of course, usually is a little bit shorter. Now, granted, the first episode of Yellowstone was like an hour and a half. So some of them can be long on the tooth. But overall, usually a TV show is like, you know, easier bite-sized increments. But personally, honestly, there's a ton of movies I've never seen that I would love to see. And there's still TV series I'm interested in as well. But yeah, movies are probably the thing I'm... gun to my head, I might slightly prefer. Nice thing about TV shows, of course, is that you get, you know, more screen time. You know, there's longer amounts of time to spread things out, which is kind of nice. More breathing room. Is there any number on the door? Any sort of indicator? Really don't see anything. Nothing on the door itself. I'm grasping at straws here. There's 6 suits of armor, which is something. If I turn the lights off, would that help my case at all? Nothing here, obviously. 2 lions. Knocked that guy the fuck out. That's right. I did that shit. Yeah, is it any different with the lights off? Probably not. Probably not. And I don't suspect this will be any different. Error. Nobody could have seen that coming. I'm shocked. Wondering if there'd be like any additional info I could get, but nothing. What significance would these names have? I wish I could open up a bunch of the journal entries and just do a Control F for some of these names for the significance. He says, time to hit the sack and also go to sleep. Peace. Have a good night, Meerkat. I know it's getting kind of late. Is it possible these could be like... These could be, what's the word? Anagrams at all? Where, like, you have to rearrange the letters to put another, like, word, like, another name together, maybe? What was that one guy? What was the other doctor's name? Sean Meyer, I think? Sean Mayer, rather. I don't suspect there. Yeah, there's no Mayer. Certainly no Sean on here. Old Apple disk drive. Oh, the one on the wall, that is. Yeah. And the one on the computer was very Apple-esque, I would say. Apple II-esque. I'm gonna go into the lights back on just because it's easier to see. Seems like there's no downside for having the lights on, so... Like, no upside or downside. It doesn't seem to impact anything. Mechanically, at least. Some other things. We've gotten a couple other things. Yeah, we got the empty box with the medallion-shaped mold. We presumably have to pour something in here to make some kind of medallion. The Williams, persuasion. The key dial, presumably, is also... Like, yeah, you can like, turn the thingies. This will also be for the basement sequence, so we have to open that eventually. There's also, like, a key card. So we have two of the... Well, we have, like, one of the objects for that pedestal. A thing to make the second object for the pedestal. But the third thing is some kind of key. Some kind of, like, key card thing that we scan. This is definitely, like, the thing that's in the way right now. As far as major things to focus on. We know that getting to the office is the next major objective. And Lomar. I don't know why those two names, both of them, feel familiar in some way. I don't know if it's in context of this game, though. I really don't want to just go, like, down the list. I guess I could just start with the first one and see what happens. Unless there's, like, another name. Excuse me. Unless there's another name we could try that is not on this list. Because that's the thing, it's not like you pick the name as, like, the keyword to load onto the disk. It's not even that. You type out the name. So it could be some other keyword, key name or keyword. Time to get the camera out of the cold, he says. Oh, we like doing some astronomy pictures? That sounds kind of cool. Imaging Cygnus in the Milky Way. That sounds awesome. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Especially if you got a nice clear night for you. Oh, I think that clears it, right? Yeah, that's like the little magnetic strip thing. If there was a name I didn't want loaded in. Huh. Racking my brain. Staring at it is getting me nowhere. Staring at it is getting me nowhere. What was the most recent diary entry we found? The maintenance log, it's this one. And the one prior to that would have been Maria's diary. The most recent one would have been about the dresses. And I'm looking on the dresses themselves. If there's, or like on the pictures, if there's anything significant here. But nothing jumps out. Nothing jumps out. Yeah, Anna and Emma, September 15th. So that would have been shortly before like a bunch of the really scary happenings started to happen in this in the story here. And the story is interesting, but it doesn't I don't glean anything that has tangible significance. Of course, the daughters' names are Anna and Emma. That doesn't. I mean, we could just try typing one of those names in. It'd be interesting if the pastor was Anna, implying that she was the favorite. That'd be interesting. I don't think that's it, though. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's in William's diary. We actually haven't gotten a new entry for William's diary in a while. I know that we got another entry for the second entry. Another instance of the second entry. Hospital, does it have any other names on it? Yeah, nope, just their names, just first and last name. Anything else around here? There was like a lucky, like some kind of like a lucky number or a number that was significant. I could try 6 because there's 6 suits of armor here. Up the walls en route to his office. There is a plaque above the door. I think it's blank, oddly enough. 18th inning. Man, that's impressive. Yeah, because there's normally 9 innings. I wonder what's the longest baseball game we've ever had. It's not unusual. Well, it is unusual, but it's not, like, unheard of for a baseball game to go well into the AM. Doesn't happen very often. Mercifully, both for the players and for the attendees. Hey, they shake so excitedly, but they never swing at you. These ones don't. The other ones do, though. The other ones can, if you're not fast enough. Thing about the map that jumps out at me. There's also the cash register puzzle. It's not impossible for the names on here to maybe have some kind of key into the cash register puzzle as well. We got the monkey puzzle figured out. Hammer has no use right now. Staple gun has no use right now. These things are for later. This has no immediate use, I don't think. So the only, yeah. Well, sitting around here is not a productive use of my time. At least I could be exploring other rooms. If I go back into the back in time sequence, it doesn't put me next to this area's office, like that time zone's office. That one is in the downstairs area. That's no bueno. Angel comforting her grieving sister. Can't help but wonder if the placement of that is of some form of significance. I mean, that's been here this whole time, obviously, but yeah, it's like, it's almost, I'm trying to consider what would the game developer do to place hints or like a little nudge. The way that earlier in the basement, they had the generator sign just kind of placed on a chair. When you were coming back from seeing that the water was too full and that the power had to be turned off, the generator was like the key to say, oh, right, I forgot about the generator room. Let me go back there. So I'm trying to like put myself in the dev's shoes. What would I do to nudge the player along? Longest game was 33 innings. Damn. So what's up? By the way, good to see you, Todd. It's good to see you, my man. So Red Wings and Pawtucket Red Sox. That is impressive. That's impressive. 33 innings. Yeah, for MLB that is, including the minor leagues. Yeah, man. Yeah, I wonder what it was. Huh. If it was like a rule change that caused some weirdness, or if it was just nobody could hit a run. Because I'm guessing that because that happens when it's a tie, obviously, right? I figure that makes the most sense when there's a tie and you need the tiebreaker. There are no ties in baseball. It has to have a definitive conclusion. Definitive conclusion. Conclusion. I was wondering, was there another terminal somewhere on these walls? I think the answer is no. But I'm starting to like doubt my sanity. I'm starting to doubt if I maybe had seen something at some point. Those two areas kind of blur together, admittedly. Poke into a couple of these rooms. Oh, right, yeah, the operating... Yeah, this definitely won't have it. This definitely won't have it. We've, I think, scoured this one pretty well. Yeah, no... Investigating individual rooms won't get me anywhere, I don't think. Back to the elevator, I think. Yeah. That one say that is the... first room? That was the room 2E. Yeah, some of the rooms are numbered, at least. A bunch of the rooms are numbered, even. But that's the thing, is it shown 2E on the map? And I think the answer is yes. Yeah, it is, exactly. So... yeah, 2A, 2B, yeah, exactly. So, it goes 2A through 2E here. These are all guest rooms. And this is like the main, yeah, it's got the penthouse suite area. Huh. It is pretty sweet. It is pretty sweet. What else I could look at? And I think best I can figure, I'm kind of drawing blanks here. Best I can figure is to just try some names. So unsatisfying, just trying names fairly blindly, taking blind stabs. Without, like, a purpose, except for, yeah, the best I can figure is the 6 suits of armor. And who knows, maybe that's something. Maybe that's, like, something to go by. Go take the elevator down. The world's loudest goddamn elevator. Down. Loudest elevator on the planet. That is another nitpick I do have about this game. This game is very good. It's also very... it also has, like, some very odd sound mixing. Some things in this game are like... ball-twistingly loud. Like, very randomly with no warning. Other things are very normal volume. If you crank the audio, you will absolutely get your ears blasted when you're, say, low on health. The low on health indicator is quite obnoxious. It is quite obnoxious. Maybe there's something around here specifically. Something on the walls. Some kind of sign. Some kind of hint. And yet, I'm not seeing it. Wishful thinking. Something I employ quite a lot when I'm stumped, as is the case here. Anything else that I just kind of missed in this area? Happened before. Nice. Well, examine? No, combine. Unless you break it with the hammer. Combine with the hammer to break it? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Not that I could, anyway. Well, let's try Tisha. That is like the best Dabarino I can assume. I can't help but notice, yeah, there's the... It's got, like, just some medical stuff. No, it's not Socrates, it's... something... Hector. Oh, it's probably lorem ipsum, just like filler words. All right. Wait, what is it? What did I say? We're going Tisha, not Trisha. Tisha. Okay, and then enter. Yeah, I was gonna hit enter on my keyboard. Write new data. Keyword that is. Write protected. Huh. I don't know what to do about that. Can I eject? There we go. Write protected. Do that, and then put it in again. Because I thought you just, like, slid the thing. Gotta cover... Oh, this... Oh, that little thing right there? Maybe I have to, like... Maybe I have to... The black down the... Oh, okay. Whoops. This thing down... Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it had to do with the guy up top then. Okay. So I can't rewrite this one then. Interesting. So maybe there's another disc we need to find then. Yeah, cool. Thank you for pointing that out, shock value. Is it clear that I haven't worked with the floppy in a long time? Not in a long time. I only like handled him as a kid. I never actually got to do much with him. Staying power. And it's not that it was like an invalid keyword or anything, or the wrong one. It was, I think, presumably any disc won't work there. Or yeah, any keyword won't work there. There's a little slider. Zip. Oh, that fella. Oh, I see a little key icon. Dang. Thank you, shock value. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely out of the loop. I'm out of my element here for sure. Yeah, it's probably been 25 years since I last like held a floppy, so I've forgotten about all this kind of stuff. Okay, well if it's that simple, let's go and try that then. I can't help but wonder how many times, for people that have played this game over the past couple years, how many times have folks gotten held up by that as a stopper, like a stopping point? For people that, yeah, either have never held a floppy disk or it's just been a long time. Overwrite complete. Yep. I can see that being like a stopping point for, you know, for younger folks who've, yeah, never held a floppy disk in their hands. I appreciate the heads up on that, Shockfire. It's very helpful. Back up this way. I don't have much hope for this one. I'm not hedging my bets on this solving the puzzle. I'm trying to think of like number cues of any capacity. I think we said it's the second floor. East side. Formative. No, it's very helpful, and I'm glad you pointed that out. I would have, knowing me, I would have struggled a whole bunch, and I would almost assuredly have ended the stream before figuring it out. I would much rather someone give me a nudge in a case like that, especially. My moment of truth. Again, I don't have high hopes. Do not have high hopes. Error. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, no, it's getting pretty late. Let's go and wrap it up here. I of course am gonna save. Yeah. The other thing to consider is I could take a stab. Not tonight, because again, it's getting kind of late. I could take a stab at this puzzle. I still have the screenshot of the notes we saw. Or no, not the notes. Well, I have the notes that I took, rather. I have the notes that I took regarding this puzzle, the cash register puzzle. I have notes that say that a square with a X in the middle, like just an X basically, and that has the dot in the middle equals 2. And a square with X in the middle and a dot in the bottom left corner is 3. What I'm... And of course, none of those, like, square configurations match here. My first thought is, like, okay, well, there's, like, some kind of origin point. Like, maybe this one's 0, given that it's right in the middle. Some kind of origin point, maybe. But what throws me off is, what's with the, like, the areas where it's stuck in the middle of a intersection. So it's like there's almost half values implied. Unless, I mean, you look at the grid paper, maybe the answer is that is an intersection. The reason I'm unsure though is because because like in that poster in the archives, it was the difference of 1 and it went from the center to the bottom left corner and it was like on that line, like following that kind of shape. So I don't know, I'm not sure if I have all the info to be able to solve this one. Some kind of 4-digit code, and it involves this as the part of the decoding we need to do. We need the decoder ring to figure that one out. So yeah, this one's an odd one for sure. So I'm wondering if maybe that needs to be solved before we have what we need to continue with the names on the disc. Kind of uncertain. It's kind of uncertain. This is one of those where I now have a quandary. Would we start the stream tomorrow, presuming I'm able to stream tomorrow? Will I pick up exactly where we are right now? Of course, I'm going to save. We have a lot of save points. I have 4 save points. So I will save. But, will I pick up precisely where we are right now? With no, hints that I've sought? No nothing? Or do I succumb to the temptation to not look up the solution? I would never just straight up look up the solution, but like a nudge. Because if anybody were listening in that knew the solution, I would accept a nudge. I guess the only nudge I would really seek would be, do I have what I need to solve the cash register puzzle? And do I have what I need to solve the this puzzle here? This question of like the names, the keyword, I guess, on the data disk. It's probably one of those two, and I don't think it's both. I don't think I can solve both necessarily. I mean, sure, if I knew the solution, I could probably just type one out. I could probably just like punch in the 4-digit code if I just straight up looked it up. I'm more thinking about like, has the game led me to enough things to see and like piece together organically the solution? That's kind of more the question. Go and save. We'll save over this one. That's more what I'm wanting to confirm. Yeah, no major new progress. We just save, so I can wrap up for the night. Yeah, I mean we've done good progress overall, and the nice thing is that a lot of the map is revealed. If I had to guess, we're probably getting to the point where we're going to be doing more Nightmare Zone stuff fairly soon, because there's like zones we couldn't reach in both of the portals. Like beyond both of the portals that for now are unavailable to us. And there's also the basement areas, of which there's a few that are still locked. Yeah, otherwise, as far as areas that we haven't really explored yet, this kind of corner area is kind of the final frontier as far as like the main just mansion parts are concerned. Yeah, we've done all this, and we've of course done the ICU thanks to that puzzle key. And this is puzzling. This is puzzling for sure. I appreciate it's making my brain do some work. It's making us do some work here. Oh, we never did get this weapon, by the way, the electric lance. It's probably coming fairly soon. Because let's see, yeah, we saw it in the let's see, was it in the Nightmare Zone? No, I think it was in the regular dimension. It was. Ugh. You can tell I'm getting tired with all the yawns. Yeah, I'm trying to remember we saw that thing. I remember we saw it. We saw it in like the gated areas, like the jail cell areas. I think it was around the ICU, actually. I think that's where we saw it. And no obvious ways to open those doors. Yeah, the more I think about it, I almost wonder if maybe that's worth revisiting. Probably not tonight. Probably not tonight. Just in general, though. Yeah, I think it was around here. The intensive, the ICC, intensive care corridor. It was one of these rooms. As I was hoping we would do something that would, like in the Nightmare Zone, that would open that door for us, open those gates. Hard to say, but that's good. Well, that's a problem for future us to worry about. We are going to wrap it up because it is late. It is late in the evening, late at night, but this game continues to be good. I remember somebody in, when we raided Nate? We raided somebody who was playing this game. And they were saying, like, yeah, this game has some puzzles that will definitely put your brain through the ringer.